Oh wow, no, ooh, did I turn the gain up on my mic so hot? What happened there? Was I coming like hot to you, Sin?
You you were coming in loud, but then you were also at 116% volume, so I had to just turn you down a bit.
My bad. Apparently the gain on my microphone was like way up there. But hello, hi. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for May 4th, 2023. May the 4th be with you.
And also with you.
Amen. Of course, I'm joined this week and every week. But wait, hold on. What? Why isn't Kev moving?
Also, are we no, we're definitely over here. We're joined this week and every week by Kev, whether in the spirit or in person, apparently.
It's not. It's an image, but he'll be here. I promise. He said he'd be here. He said he's gonna be here, but right now we have an image of Kev. But also this week we have another author of Bespoke Solutions. Whether he knows it or not, he helped me get to this point. It's the East Coast Merge. Sinziak in the building.
What's going on, everybody? Shout outs to you, all of you lovely watchers across the very many places on the internet. Ooh, it might be easier to hear you if I spoke into the microphone.
Ooh,
I'll go fix that.
Fancy. What's going on, Merge? That's right. The West Coast Sin is in the building, waiting in the wings in case Sin wasn't able to join us. So yeah, before we go any further, yes, that is a photo of Kev. It is indeed a photo of Kev.
No, Kev's video is frozen. That's what we're going with.
I mean, sure, we could go with that, but I need to.
We're working out network issues.
Vegas in the house here. Vegas? Doing in Vegas? So yeah, bespoke solution time. I do want to put this out here. Hey, streaming on Discord, streaming using Discord, recording podcasts using Discord only can present some challenges when one of your hosts is not here, which is why I would like to at least have 3 hosts here at any given time. Of course, this makes it a little difficult when hosts are late, so we have to come up with some real bespoke solutions. Now, initially, the plan was to create a whole new set of boxes with only Sin and I, and then I'd have to switch out the sources when Kev showed up. Until I realized when I was trying to show Sin what I was doing, which sounded overly complicated for me even, or probably just me. I noticed that when I was sharing a screen with Sin, it filled in the third box where Kev would be. So then I realized, instead of trying to create random new sources for this, I could just as easily just share my screen with a random Chrome window open and a picture of Kev's face in full screen, just to take up his box until he gets here. So just to say that when Kev does get here, this will break for a second. When we get him in, we'll take his picture out and we should be okay.
Just to set expectations. In case y'all thought we were consummate professionals, And we are, technically speaking, but
technically, like in the loosest sense of that word. Live in Vegas, actually about 1 block away from the border of the city. Woof. How is it in residential Las Vegas? I've only been once, and it is definitely a different, like, it's a different place. Like residential Las Vegas, like, I mean, it's like any other city, but yeah. I wonder if the people who actually work in, like on the strip, live in that residential part, or do they live cities away? Just because they look, I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to run into nobody. Like that's how like showgirls get stalked. Anywho. Let's see, what do we got in this week's news? I know Sin saw me pruning the list. There's people who work in the hotels, casinos, live in the area. Oh, okay. I'm somewhat surprised.
You know something? There wasn't a thing. It's not on our list of articles. But, you know, while you're thinking about things to talk about, do we want to talk about the most recent announcement from Airbnb?
I saw an article about that. It said Airbnb, and then I walked on. I just passed. I can't afford to travel. What's going on with Airbnb while I try to get some things set up here?
Airbnb is now offering rooms.
Don't they always offer rooms?
You know how you Airbnb and the Airbnb setup is usually like, hey, here's like a whole house for you to do things, and they have different prices according to size. One room. If you have like a 2-bedroom apartment, you can now just list here's a room.
I thought Airbnb's always done that.
So here's the thing. This is the thing that becomes the issue. It is very possible now for you to rent an Airbnb at a house that you're going to on vacation and have you rent a room and have someone else that you may or may not know be in the other room.
Yeah, I've always thought that was how that worked.
That was not how that worked.
Really? So, that's new?
So people are just like, we really went from like basically the whole property down to like you can just like rent a room and just hope that you get along with your neighbors.
I could have sworn they've always done that.
Which at this point is like, y'all, hotels are right there. They have been there for like a while now. Like, right, if that's what we're doing. If we're just like at the point of like, I just want the one room. Just pull up to a hotel, please. I watched nothing but like hours of people like going, oh wow, this is what y'all decided to do, and then providing.
Okay, yeah, they've always done this.
Oh,
so looking at the Engadget article now, let's hop into this. It'll be our unofficial first story. Oh no, I forgot to redo the setting in the news part. All right, you know what? Fuck it. We're doing it live. We're going to see it broken live. There we go. I'm gonna turn some things on, turn some things off. It's gonna be great. Let's look at that. See? Okay, not that bad. Not that bad. Yeah, I could have sworn renting rooms was a thing, but all right. Wait, actually, yeah, it has been, because, and I'll get to that in a second. So let's see. Most importantly, though, it's refocusing on the pitch that made the company a success, being able to easily rent low-cost rooms. So Airbnb started on renting rooms. It's relaunching that experience as Airbnb rooms. So it seems like it started off as rooms, then it went to whole ass houses.
And
And people forgot about the rooms. Yeah, and then people forgot about the rooms. So now
because,
it's relaunching it and branding it as now you can just rent rooms.
Because fun fact about Airbnb, I have not at any point heard about a thing where you're just like, I can just rent a room for Airbnb.
Yeah, I think more people
always
have
been
just
like the entire thing.
Yeah, I think more people have just been putting whole ass houses. When I went to Colorado, the house we Airbnb'd for that, they had rules set up to make it seem like it was a hostel. As if there were going to be multiple people living in that house or renting rooms in that house that did not know each other. And it did seem weird, but then again, I was like the second Airbnb that I'd ever been in my life. So I don't know. I guess this is how this is. Because yeah. Damn it, where is it? There it is. Airbnb. Great. I've been watching way too much Bob's Burgers. Oop, that went the wrong way. Wow, air bed and breakfast. Yeah, they put together a website that offered short-term living quarters and breakfast for those who were unable to book a hotel in the saturated market. Yeah, so they were just the founders were renting their own rooms.
So what we're saying here is that this is for the most part just a return to form.
Yeah. So yeah, like that's also like this. Like it didn't seem like it was much. Like yeah, this doesn't sound new, but okay, maybe I misread something, misunderstood something. Now they've become the thing they swore to destroy.
And so goes the story of everything in tech at the moment.
Wow. Well, let's get into the rest of these tech stories. Of course, we got some Google news. Of course, we got some Twitter news. Some shakeups in the video game space as well. So let's get into it.
Okay.
You can now use passkeys to sign into your Google account. You can get rid of those pesky passwords and sign in by authenticating with a phone or another physical token. Similar to how I log into my Microsoft account. When you sign in, we ask, so they put the instruction here. It says, when you sign in, we ask your device to sign a unique challenge with the private key. Your device only does so if you approve this by unlocking the device. We then verify the signature with your public key. If you're signing in with a new device or doing so temporarily, you can use the passkey on your phone with a QR code scanning process and a Bluetooth proximity check. As of launch, passkeys serve as another Google account sign-in option. There are no changes to existing methods, while passwords are the fallback method used if a device doesn't support passkeys. That should change in the future. Or it says, coincidence, there are new YouTube account takeovers, maybe? So this rolled out.
Are the YouTube accounts that are being taken over two-factored?
I don't know. I don't remember what it was. So with LMG, they said like they were was it fished or spearfished? I don't remember what some I clicked an email they shouldn't have. Did you know gaming also got hacked, but they did not go into specifics into how that happened. This service just rolled out for Google accounts yesterday. Of course, even though it is still like they're saying it's a more secure option, there is still the issue of, and I think we covered this a couple of weeks ago, losing your phone could sit there and put you vulnerable, could put you in a very vulnerable spot. But if you're out here being Kanye, you're the ones who need to worry. If you are not using some type of biometric authentication, if you are using something that like PIN codes are one thing, but like I said, for me, I use an alphanumeric password to get into my devices. So like, you know, instead of like just the 6 digits, like I'm typing in a whole ass password to get in. And also, like, I mean, I know some people are fortunate to have multiple devices. Hi, hello. Like with multiple phones, but like you can set up an iPad along with your iPhone. That way, if you lose your phone, you have another device to get into. The best thing to use for this is, again, like the little FIDO2 keys, YubiKeys, keys, the Google Titan keys. And I'm saying all these now before Takal shows up. It says none of them are open source, and I hate all of these options.
Takal's already here, probably. He's just waiting in the bushes.
Yeah. I just activated the chat card.
The thing is, I'm curious about like how confident Google feels about standing on, like, you know, like this is going to be great. This is the safest thing possible.
So Microsoft's been using it for a while. Apple and Google are just now joining on to it. Like for them to be able to say, all right, you can authenticate from your phone to access accounts, and like multiple sites are starting to roll into this too. Mainly like we're just trying, like what they're trying to do is get rid of passwords. Like things like phrases that are sitting in databases, or like a string of characters that are sitting in databases that can easily be accessed. If we could just remove that part of it and have a public-private key pair to authenticate who you are, it inherently makes it more secure. But again, too, you have to keep track of your end of it.
This is giving it takes me back to PGP, and I'm enjoying it.
So it says it's an industry-wide movement. This is Google's implementation of an open technology. Oh, okay. So, I mean, yeah, I'm all for it, but yeah, it's that thing of like, because I believe we talked, again, I can't remember how many shows ago it was, but it still kind of goes to the fact that you still need to make sure, if you're going to use your phone or you're using your tablet, to make sure that those devices are locked down, to where if you lose it, someone else doesn't have the keys to the kingdom just by unlocking your phone.
And I guess the other thing is, God help you if they decide to make that a standard and then you lose your phone while you're out at a bar one day, because that's going to be an issue.
So at least for now, like, this is one of the methods you can still authenticate with a password.
And like, I already have like two-factor thing. Like, honestly, on the one hand, I'm here for security. On the other, I'm not necessarily overly concerned, but I am aware that having things be like, hey, you have to have physical item X, whatever it is, to like authenticate into things, poses a problem in some occasions for some people. Probably not me. I don't leave my house enough for that. And also, like, I have a big bright yellow bag that I keep right here that my phone goes into when I'm not using it. So like, hey, where'd the phone go? It's right in the middle of a ball of sunshine and it's in a case covered in pronouns. You can't miss it. You can't. So I'm curious to see where and how this goes. And honestly speaking, I would love to hear more about these things than I would about like AI at the moment. Please and thank you.
I don't think we have any AI stories, fortunately.
Thank you for that minor reprieve.
However, I mean, granted, there's still Twitter news. But I do have this one. Speaking of passwords, and boy, we really should get rid of them.
That article that you're about to bring up, can I just say, it would probably make more sense for us to get rid of passwords if we use them in the first place.
Damn.
Because this top 20, we don't use passwords. We've been hackers are just like, listen, like, are we a joke to you? That's what I read in this article. Hackers are sitting here and that's like, why are you playing in our faces? Over here with passwords like Mickey Mouse and Mousecatool and all that. Diogen, don't you do it. Don't you do that.
Wow. So we can tell the audio listeners what we're talking about here for a second. Study reveals top 20 most used passwords. 83% can be cracked in a second.
Okay, see, the thing is, all of these can be cracked, like 83 of the world's most common passwords can be cracked in a second. Okay, but can we then look at the top 20, please?
Hold on. NordPass.
Can I get that comment from Ruin displayed on screen, please?
Yes, you can. Blow them away.
Thank you. Because while I'm...
These are your
Okay.
Again, that's what I said. We need to tighten up the definition of hacker.
Okay, like...
Is it breaking and entering if the door is unlocked?
No, like, here's the thing, right? Oh, come here. Come closer to the camera. Like, let's be so serious for a second. Major, you don't even have to blow me up. I want you to be here for this.
But I got you.
We are old enough to remember when people thought that you could hack in HTML.
Wow.
Do you remember when people were just like, I can hack your password using a JavaScript function? The JavaScript function was print. Please. I can make a text box that'll steal your password. If you make a text box in HTML, you can't enter the information. You need a function to capture that. What are you talking about? We thought CSS was hacking when that came out. So, I mean...
All right. So for its study, NordPass says it evaluated over 3 terabytes worth of data with the help of independent researchers to determine the top 200 most used passwords in 30 different countries. The report actually includes the 200 most used passwords for each country. Below, we've got the top 20 in the US. Excuse me. And here are the 4 major takeaways. Guess beat out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to be the most popular password among Americans in 2022. Simple combinations of letters, numbers, and symbols such as A1, B2, C3, or ABC123, or QWERTY, that's QWERTY, are highly popular in the US. When creating passwords, people tend to draw inspiration from cultural experiences, lifestyle trends, or recent events, be it sports or fashion. For example, American professional sports teams, i.e. Detroit Red Wings, Boston Red Sox, or variations of them make extremely popular passwords. 80% of the world's most common passwords can be cracked in less than a second. Versus, an iframe with access to the parent page's browser, context would work. Yep. And Bitwarden does not seem to care. Which makes me sad.
I think Merge is making a reference to that episode that we talked about it.
Yep.
But like, I'm just sitting here and I'm listening to this and I'm reading like oh no, password dangers. And then I look at these things and it's like, it's 8 5s in a row. It's all ones. It's common letters on the keyboard. It's the name of really popular sports teams. It's sequential numbers and letters. Like, I don't know if any of these passwords even have like a special character or an underscore. I think like maybe a couple of them might. Like, be so serious. What are we doing?
All right, good. I wanted to make sure I can scroll past it. Oh, there he is. It's the call in the bill to Cal.
What's up, to Cal?
All right, so we're gonna we're gonna play here. We're gonna play a game here. Oh no, you're here just in time for every America's favorite game. The top 20 passwords of US's top 20 passwords of 2022. Can you guess what number 20 is? Takal says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Password 1. Welcome 1.
Those are all on the list. That's the sad part. They're all on the list.
Number 20 is G_checkout. You know what? I give them points for originality on that one. Would not have thought that somebody would know how to spell check. As in the people who live in the Czech Republic. That's really fucking good.
Ruin out here being spicy.
Number 19. Shadow.
We're over here giving you Met Gala in terms of these password appearances.
Number 18. Monkey. But why though? I'm trying to figure out where did Shadow come from? Also, for this to be the top 20, how many people know of the Czech Republic for them to use checkout like that? Kev is okay. Kev is just joining us a little bit late, and his image is a placeholder, so that way I don't have to. So that way, these Discord windows won't break as badly as they would otherwise. It's a bespoke solution. Number 17. I love you. Number 16. Jordan 23. All right. Chicago out here representing. Number 15 is soccer. I bet you football is higher up on this list only because of the fact that there are people who are expats and they still call soccer football. Number 14, unknown. You know what? These are a little bit varied than I thought they were going to be.
Are they? Are they though?
I mean, again, still G_checkout.
That is the only one that gets points from me for originality in this whole scenario. That's the only one.
Unknown doesn't get one?
No, it does not.
Number 13, football. I was right. I called it. Football was going to be higher on the list. What if FUTBOL is higher? Just so you know, I've not seen this list, so I don't know. I'm finding them out along with you guys.
I'm just here like, be so serious. What is happening here?
Number 12, baseball. Yeah, now we're getting into some familiar territory. Number 11, QWERTY. Oh, it's legit just sports. Oh my God, what if the password is just fucking sports?
Oh, rest assured, it is.
Don't spoil it for me. Number 10 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 9, ABC 1, 2, 3. Number 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 7, password 1. Like you couldn't even hold a shift key at the end of it. It's like password. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you mean to tell me there's a group of people who couldn't be bothered to type in the number 9 in all of this? So we are just not like, I'm sorry, Matt. Look, y'all up there are overachievers. I can't even, I can't type 9. I'm sorry. I can't. It said I only needed 8. There's 8. Y'all overachieving with that 9. Number 5. A1B2C3.
Okay, hold on. Someone said that in chat earlier. Who was that? That was Ruin.
Well, it was
Ruin
also in the
that.
article. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, okay, so Ruin, you say that, but it's number 5, the 5th most used password.
The 5th element, if you will.
Number 3 for the bronze medal password, which is surprising. Number 2, runner-up silver medal. And I mean, to Kyle here, it says, I mean, if I hadn't had to go through this shit on the job, I wouldn't have been able to predict that. Number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And number 1, the number 1 most used password in America for 2022. Guessed. But for why?
So we were just, to Cal, you're here just in time. We were talking just a bit earlier about how Google was just like, we should use passkeys and try to eliminate passwords and the security issues that come with using them, as like they're hackable, there are whole databases of words that are commonly used, and we want to make sure to kind of like remove that threat and need for concern from the good people of the world. And then you get past top 10 or top 20 or top 200 common passwords that look like this, and it's kind of like, I feel like the danger is ourselves. I feel like it's us.
Oh, but Sin, look at this. I'm about to highlight a comment in chat because, man, almost as if I didn't see that coming. I called it.
Oh,
I called
hold
it.
on. Google is wrong. Yeah, I mean, things that are not new in this day and age.
After sports related, we went into Sesame Street. But why? I do want to look at the 200 most common passwords here. So in all countries, password is number one. Google thinks that locking physical devices to digital accounts is a solution to security, and all of its research, that was the conclusion they came to. As opposed, but see, okay, now that's my question. As opposed to what though? I guess is number 4 here with. Oh, so now we can even get numbers. Oh, see this is so wrong now. So guest appeared on the US list 127,861 times. Oh, and the ones who thought they were smart with A1, B2, C3, 15,702 other people or other accounts thought they were smart, unless this all belongs to one person.
It's me. I'm sorry, you caught me.
It is me, Dio. As opposed to multi-factor authentication. I can see.
But to Cal, passkeys.
I still feel like passwords are still insecure. I feel like you do get multi-factor authentication even with the passkey, because you still have to use the biometric. You still have to have the physical device. You have to authenticate with biometrics, and then you still have to do the private public key pair. I don't think so.
See, the thing is,
wait, they do?
I'm over here mostly amused how this has come full circle, because those of you who know will know what I mean when I say the word sneakernet. And how so many things for a long time where it was like, we need to make things digital, because it's just interesting for me having seen us go in a circle like this when it comes to like information security. Because first it was, y'all have physical things, but you can like leave them in places, forget about them, not have access to them, or people can just steal them from you. That's not safe. We should make it digital. Now we've come far enough around that they're just like, we kind of need to, we see the digital thing and we understand where y'all coming from, but like consider that maybe with all the other things that people are able to do with things that are purely digital, we should also make some of this security a little bit more physical and on your person in order to mitigate issues. Like having seen that 30-year cycle is very interesting.
Okay, so some more information here from the list here. At number 22, 1Q2W3E4R. Number 24, fuck you. It's good to see that there's more love than hate here.
People are just like, I don't feel like making a good password, so I'd like to leave a message.
But Tycho, my passkeys on my phone though. I use my phone, not their Titan key. I have a Titan key here. I forgot why. You know what? No, they were giving away Titan keys. So I have a Titan key because Google said we will send you one. It was free. But no, you can use multiple devices. You can use multiple devices to set up as passkeys. Like I use my MacBook as the passkey. I don't know. Well, my guy, you said standards. I thought it was an open source standard. This is just Google's implementation of it. Verge, help me out. Is that what you said? I don't know. Basketball came in at number 26. Zinch? I don't know what Zinch is.
What do you mean Zinch?
The word Zinch. Past number 32, Zinch.
Let me go look at this. Oh, you're looking at the 200. The
Yeah.
200 list. Okay.
Also, hi, how you doing, Young? Diogen, how you doing as well? I see that you came up in here too. So sports ball will make a good password. I don't know. We have not gotten to the bottom of this. What the fuck? Okay, what is this? 817-293-73759. Okay, what is that string of numbers, and why are 3,171 people using it?
Hold on for a moment. What line are you on?
So Zinch is 32, but number 35.
I don't see Zinch in 32.
Switch it to the United States.
Okay.
You may be in all countries.
I am, in fact.
No, it's not. It's Google saying, here's what you should do while projecting authority on the subject. They have no incentives in operating in good faith on this. Uh-oh. So this is why I like having to call Emerge in here, because it's like, look, I'm getting all the good sources, like somebody who's actually reading the documentation and knows what the fuck they're talking about. This is why I like to have them on Major Plays, because man, we can sit talking about some hardware shit. It's like, I have no idea how CPUs change and differ over time with TDPs and BUPs and BDUs and shit, but they get it and they can explain it, and it's fantastic. I don't know. I mean, Apple also does it and Microsoft also does it. Like, it's whatever. Like, my thing is, hey, my password ain't gonna get hacked. So, but yeah, what is the reference for 817-293-73759? Why are 3,171 people or why are there 3,171 accounts with this password?
What number is it? What number is this?
Number 35.
Okay.
Like, the only thing is, when I Google it, is just a list of passwords. So is Nord actively leaking people's data now with this password list? I don't think so. Because, I mean, you could also, well, damn. I don't know if they're leaking. I don't know if they're leaking because they're not attaching accounts to it. You would imagine that the hackers would already have this information and would already be trying to try this against accounts that they see. But yeah, that is a weird one to be popular. Ashley, Andrew, Justin. Purple of all the colors, purple. Killer, Pepper, Tigger.
How do we have 3-digit passwords in this whole thing?
That is a great question. 1, 2, 3. Dat Piff? What is that?
There's a password that says let me in on here. Okay.
Dat Piff is an online audio distribution platform that was launched in 2005. So did they just like find like a whole bunch of black people at one point? It was like, all right, yep, they're definitely using that Piff one.
Get money. Okay.
Oh my God. Brandon. Pokemon. 1QAZ2WSX. Okay, that's kind of clever. Let me in. Oh, there's Yankees. Password with a 0. ASDFGHJKL. Brooklyn.
Okay, so you're a mess.
Trust no with the number 1. Asshole at number 104. Oh, also trust no with the number 1 was actually number 100. But yes, asshole at 104. Blink 182 at 106. Surprised it was not at 182. Smokey? Let's see here. Star Wars. Again, happy may the 4th be with you. Happy Star Wars Day. Star Wars at 118. Welcome at 124. Rest in peace, Kobe. Lakers 24 at 128. Oh, softball makes an appearance at 132. Give money at 148. Destiny. I wonder if that's a video game or just a philosophical look on life at 153. Fuck you 1 at 157. Popcorn at 159. Blessed at 161. They are too blessed to be stressed by you stealing their account.
Absolutely.
And speaking of that,
I feel like if they would have put a pound symbol there, it actually would have been just your password, and that's what's funny about this.
And to continue on with that, Jesus won at 164. Oh, Kanye's password, 6 zeros, baby. At 168 with 1,321 other people that live like Kanye.
Not ruin, please.
Fuck you too at 178. Linkogo? Linkogo won at 181. And at 182, instead of Blink 182, is Monster. Someone said U.S. has become such a godless nation. How did Jesus sing so far? No, Jesus is protecting their accounts. That's why it is so low. Okay, now, how? I have questions now. We have now gotten to a point where I am starting to have questions about how are people sharing the same password, yet they are so fucking complicated. One, NAWE25HYYJ. Number 185 with 981 people or 981 accounts sharing that password. At 186, FFFFQQ, 4 exclamation points and 4 ones. 884 people, 884 accounts share that password. So I feel like we are now getting into corporate accounts where somebody set up, so, all right, we're always just going to use these passwords for like these databases. Or like it may be a root password or something. So it's like, instead of like just authenticating through some proper means, we're just going to set this as the root password of a thing, and that way you don't need to know what it is. And at 187, 2VO $2 RVA V4F at 758 accounts. Oh my God, I can't.
What?
At 193, SHA 256 or SHA 256. You know,
password.
the encryption standard is a password. And it is shared with 438 accounts. Oh my God. I believe this is another corporate one. 4 and USE 24HYYJ shared with 407 accounts at 195. Hawaii at 197. At 198. 69, 69, 69. 199 ASD, and the 200th most shared, or the most in common password in the US, Jumpman 23. Now I want to know, can I sort by time to crack? I can't sort by time to crack it. But yeah, it seems like a lot of these more complicated ones that looks like they're coming from corporate accounts are the ones that are taking the longest, like the most, like some of these are taking like 4 months. Gamer and a basketball fan. So, Dodgy, I forgot, you are from the UK, correct? Because if you are, I would understand why you may not know this. Jumpman is actually the Jordan logo. Like that is a sneakerhead. Like yeah, on the pair of the Jordan shoes, like the silhouette of Jordan is actually called Jumpman. But you know, I wouldn't put it past that maybe one person in that group of 334 password or accounts was thinking of Mario. But yeah, that was a stroll through terrible passwords for the United States. Of course, you can check this out. We're gonna have the link in the show notes on the website. So yeah, if you want to check out the 200 most commonly used passwords around the world and in countries near you, you can go there. Moving on though, speaking of disclosed data, of leaked data,
okay.
T-Mobile is added again with their second data breach this year. In the year of our Lord 2023, T-Mobile has been breached twice.
I guess they better get passkeys.
T-Mobile has experienced another data breach, reporting that personal information belonging to hundreds of account holders was exposed in an attack between late February and March 2023. The company has not revealed how the hacker managed to access its systems. According to a data breach notification posted in the Maine Attorney General's office, 836 customers were impacted before T-Mobile discovered the breach on March 27th. This is now the 9th data breach that T-Mobile has disclosed since 2018, The second breach alone this year after reporting that data from 37 million accounts was leaked between November 2022 and January 2023. Nine since 2018. How much you want to bet T-Mobile's accounts were in that and it was in LastPass?
A mess. So what we're saying is, right, is that if and when I finally do get that all the way together, right, we don't use LastPass, right? We don't do that. It's the slow sipping of this glass for me. Do you want to discuss it?
Oh no, I was just taking a sip of Diet Dr. Pepper. My bad. There was there's no shade there. I was just legitimately thirsty. I don't have the coordination to do shit like that. My bad. But yes.
No, you know something.
Maybe I should go over to T-Mobile and fix them. Takao, you are preaching to the choir at this point. I honestly do not think we need phone numbers. Like, what are we doing? We just need pocket devices with 5G. It does not need to this should not be tied to a phone number. I'm sorry. What are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, actually, no. Look, the US, we can't get rid of phone numbers. Nope. Sorry, can't do that. Nope. Moving on. Even for mobile phones, we can't do it. We can't do it. See, Diogen's right. For old people, we need them, but I'm also thinking about people who live in rural areas. But see, I have to remember that I and a lot of us here are in a privileged state to where that's something we can do. And then I am humbled every time I go visit my parents. Like, oh no, my phone service went out. Major links to standards posted in Discord tech channel. Wait, what? What did I do? Rural areas here don't get good signal, and it's like maybe Edge or H internet there. I don't know what H is. I imagine it like if you're saying Edge, I imagine that's like 3G here. I'm gonna need
internet. Oh my god!
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's a UK thing.
We're talking like.
I don't know what H like, is either. It just says H.
We're over here with Windstream out here.
Okay. This is pre-G. Oh, HSPA.
Yeah, HSPA.
And of course, when I Google that, Healthcare Sterile Processing Association shows up. Do you not know what I do for a living? Why would you put me there? Clearly, I want high-speed packet access.
Yes, high-speed packet access, yes.
Oh, sorry, previous story. Posted link to the standards Google is basing their password is login on. Oh, okay. Oh, you could have put that in the chat, too. Actually, I would appreciate it if you did, because then I don't have to open Discord and possibly expose things that are not where they... Yeah, okay, so HPCA is an enhanced 3G mobile communications protocol. Or that's HSDPA. Oh, this is getting confusing.
I am laughing at the fact that they're just like the H evolves to H plus apparently. Like this is a Pokemon thing.
Oh, wait, that sounds familiar. I feel like that's been a thing here too. But look, it's like we've been lied to so many times about like what 4G, WiMAX, what was the other one? It was LTE plus 5G enhanced, LTE enhanced, 4G enhanced, super dollar fragilistic ninjutsu mode on phones and shit in America. Like, like I'm tired of all this marketing bullshit. Just tell me what I got. Okay, so apparently going to the password list stuff here. Apparently this is what Google is using for their standards. So they're built on FIDO standards. So I guess, and that's what this link is. But it didn't want to open. Thank you. No, I do not want to submit any information. So the FIDO Alliance. Who's in the Alliance?
Hawkeye.
That's the Avengers. Yo, this picture of Kev is so convincing. I actually thought Kev showed up for a second. So Apple is a part of FIDO and Amazon and 1Password. Not to mention the lobbying that those same companies do so that they can stay charging us out the fucking nose. Unfortunately, LastPass is here, but I don't feel like Yubico charges me out the ass. Bidwarden doesn't charge you. Bidwarden is here. Like they legit let the T-Mobile Sprint Verge go through ATT, Ameritech, ATT Singular. That's why we need the UK to stand in the way of all these acquisitions. T-Mobile, Metro. Well, I feel like we are talking about two different things now. Ooh, Mozilla's a part of it. I would celebrate Salesforce, but they got hacked. Or they're not hacked. They didn't get hacked, but there was an article I cut out with Salesforce this week. There's people fighting and shit. Red Hat's in there. Boo. I think Twitter's probably gonna get removed from this. Wow, I'm surprised. Oh, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, U.S. Department of Commerce. I'm surprised the U.S. isn't here, but I forgot they are NIST. I mean, you got all these other companies. There's a lot of companies. Wait, are we still fighting about T-Mobile right now? Yes, I agree with you. We should definitely get rid of cell phone numbers, but at the same time, we can't, at least not in the US, because there are people who do not have access to that level of data. Like they don't have access to that data that we have here, and they would still probably need to make those phone calls via whatever old methods of communication that cell phones use, which I imagine would be 2G, like 2G Edge, whatever, barely scraping by 3G they got out there. Like we need to build up this infrastructure first before we talk about doing a whole bunch of that's gonna make up a whole lot of people's lives easier. And that's why they don't want to do it, because they want to keep us down in chains. 1G, that's right, when you see 1X. I didn't even think my iPhone could show me 1X, and it did. Like, what is this? Who's ready for a Twitter decade? I would say a Twitter minute, but no, because this shit keeps lasting forever. In Elon Musk news this week, or in Musky Musk news this week, Musky Musk reportedly threatens to reassign NPR's Twitter account due to inactivity. And like I said, once he shows up, it breaks everything.
But it takes only the de-sharing of a screen to fix it. That's the beauty of it.
Right, but now I have to go and actually pull up that Discord.
I come in hot.
Oh, wait, no,
I was warning you. I'm coming in hot.
You see what I had to do here, right? I had to share your photo to get the lining up correct. And when you showed up, everything broke.
Hey.
But now we should do that. Hey.
It was like, hey, where's my face up there? I like that. I like that picture. That was.
Yeah, I found it just for you. Cause I'm gonna find that Chris picture he took recently, and I'm gonna put that up there.
Yeah, I was on a hot date that day.
Oh Lord.
I was on a hot date. Mm-hmm.
So good, you joined. Yes, welcome, Kev. How are you doing? You have now joined us in Musk Minute.
Hold on. Can I leave again? Hold on.
Oh my god. So yes, Musky Musk reportedly threatened to reassign NPR's Twitter account due to inactivity. Oh. And of course, as we all remember, NPR quit the website after being labeled state-affiliated media. Twitter owner Elon Musk has reportedly emailed an NPR reporter to ask if the organization is returning to the website and to suggest that the company could reassign its account if it doesn't. According to NPR, Musk sent one of its reporters an unprompted email that reads, "So is NPR going to start posting?" Oh, I'm sorry. Let me read this properly. Oh, so is NPR going to start posting on Twitter again, or should we reassign at NPR to another company?
You know, normally I would be like, "Hey, you can't do that to people. That is mean." But then this is Elon, and therefore, clowning him is always, in fact, morally correct.
Do I need to change my name on here? Do I need to change my name here to Musky Musk and then put a verify symbol beside it?
You know something? You could probably leave your name as it is and do that because you're probably famous enough in some circles that he would be willing to just give you the check mark for free and pay for it.
Hooray!
And then hit you with a namaste at the end when you ask him what is this? And we're not going to talk about, this is everybody's friendly reminder what we're talking about that particular platform, that as we migrate to other platforms, if you're on Twitter today, and some of you are, if you're on Twitter today, mind your timelines because because there are no protections against people being wildly racist and terrible. And we have just had a pretty particular incident of horrific things happening in the last 24 hours or so. People are just being very flagrant in things and going unchecked because,
there's nobody in the halls of Twitter to stop them.
Yeah. No, because remember, free speech absolutism.
Again, why do people I had posted about this earlier, and I think it made it to Twitter. Oh, moderation for Twitter does work, by the way. Let's see.
Oh, I know for a fact it does because what happens when people say things that Elon doesn't like.
No, not that. TVC Capital, who the fuck? Man, get the fuck out of here. There we go. We put a warning, or they flagged a tweet for sensitive content. which is 4 words, mouth everywhere they please. Now, what the fuck could I be talking about? Why did I post a tweet that says mouth everywhere they please? Doesn't make sense. When you click on it, it doesn't take you to the actual tweet. So I went, because I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember what I said there. So I had to go to my account and scroll down, just scroll down. Of all the stuff I've said today. Now, granted, this was a lot shorter stroll earlier today. Because I've tweeted a lot. I mean, I've posted on Mastodon a lot since then. Scroll down to keep scrolling down, right? Scrolling down. Yep. Said all these things. Posted all these things. Yep. This is where it was. So today in Mastodon news, Mozilla said that, hey, they were launching a Mastodon server. What they're talking about, like what they were planning to do with it was say, hey, if it is even remotely debatable, the topic you're going to talk about, we're removing it. We just want chill vibes. However, when I was looking through it, like they were talking about like free speech and stuff like that. At what point do people who are talking about moderation or just like moderation on a social network or social media platform stop talking about free speech? Because it's not free speech. It's not a free speech issue. Free speech is when you are talking against the government, not on a privately owned platform or even a publicly owned, like if the company was publicly owned, if it is a company's platform, you do not have free speech protections. Stop framing this. Merge, I mentioned Mastodon on Twitter every day. I have a standing post that shows up on Twitter every day that says I am not on Twitter. I am on Mastodon. This is where you can find me. So yeah, I was putting a post on Mastodon about it, but because it was more than 280 characters, it split the post. And it split it right at mouth everywhere they please. So it was like, if somebody, you know what? Never mind. I'm rescinding my comment. They do not have a moderation team. This was clearly done by a robot. Because if a human actually looked at that, they would have noticed it was a part of a thread and it got split automatically at the 280th character or whatever word was before it hit the 280 character limit. So you're right. Yeah, yep. There is no Wait, did PT change her handle on Twitter?
Oh yeah, that's right. I thought we were gonna get like essay long tweets. Like,
yes, if you pay for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Forgot. Yeah, that.
St. Clinton, you should not follow me here. Do not follow me here. I'm not here. I like the posts you were seeing on the tweets you would see on Twitter are the posts you see on Mastodon. Don't follow me here. Don't legitimize this account. But yeah, like, let's see here. trying to figure out. So I guess NPR has not responded to it. Yeah, I don't think NPR would want to come back. And even if I've tried to follow you on Mastodon, but it says you need to. So, St. Clinton, you may want to check again. It has come through, and I found out why it was saying that. And again, shout out to Sin for helping me realize where that problem was. And then me spending a few hours trying to clean out an entire firewall list of blocks.
Wait, hours?
It took a minute. I have a script for it, so I'll let the script run, which probably would have taken it longer to do.
So St. Clinton, you should be fine.
Yeah. Actually, I did see your follow come through, so it should be good now. Like Sin's came through eventually, and yours did. Yours came through about a day or two ago. But see, that's the thing, like, who gives, like, so my thing with NPR is, like, I would say who gives a shit if people knew that NPR was gone, but I forgot there may be people who do not know that NPR left will see this, pay for the blue subscription, and then start tweeting out wild shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I see what that is now. Like, for me, I would not care, because I was like, look, if y'all follow me on Twitter, that's on y'all. I told y'all where the fuck I was going. And I've been active there for months now. But if they sit there and give away NPR or PBS, that becomes an issue. I see where that is an issue. Oh, I know I fell for like maybe one of them. Yep, see, I got you. See, it just showed me that you follow me on again. See, I got you. Yeah. See, yep. See, what had happened was back in the day, I was blocking a whole bunch of random IP addresses that were trying to SSH into my Linux boxes before I actually learned to secure them properly. Once I did that, I forgot to remove those blocked IP addresses because I didn't need to block them anymore. Nobody could access the SSH port. And I also was not blocking them from the SSH port. I was blocking them from the server in any port. One of the ones that I was so I found I was blocking Mastodon servers in the process, including one blacktwitter.io, because just like me, they were running a DigitalOcean droplet, and I blocked whole DigitalOcean subnets. So yeah, it was not pointed out until I created my Black Twitter IO account, couldn't follow me, talked to Sin, he said that he couldn't follow me, and then it's like, oh shit, let me check something, and boom, I realized I was blocking the IP address for that server, and it was like, there are no telling how many other servers I am blocking. So I went ahead and wiped out the whole firewall. Yep, the free insulin one. Yep, that was probably one of the ones. There was something else. Somebody else made a fake tweet. And when I say I fall for it, it's like, I felt like it was skeptical. It was like, there's no way I'm gonna wait for somebody to verify it. But it was thinking like I was kind of holding out hope that it was true, as opposed to looking and say, okay, yeah, that's just fake. But I can't remember what it was. I can't remember what account it was. And I'm pretty sure like if I go back to those early days, I would see those tweets again. And like, oh, okay, yeah, it was that one. But in more Musky Mus news, in a sub-segment of Musky Minute, I like to call Fuck Around and Find Out corner, Twitter just realized it was dumb to cut off automated public service tweets. Because, you know, people get weather information from Twitter, news information from Twitter, transit information from Twitter, things that people would need for things. Of all the changes Elon Musk, also, if you notice too, something I noticed when I was sharing them, Engadget and Ars Technica use the same image of, you know, Musk finding out from his fuck up, from his fucking around, and I love it. So, I don't know if this was actually a good idea. I should probably reverse these decisions. Of all changes Elon Musk made to Twitter, blocking emergency and public transit services from tweeting automated alerts might have been his least popular. User backlash roared as National Weather Service accounts got suspended. Then one of the country's largest public transit services, Metropolitan Transport Authority, has so much trouble tweeting it decided to quit posting updates to Twitter.
And said you can download the app instead.
Alarmed Twitter users who depended on these updates can perhaps rest easier now, though. Musk has abruptly reversed course on Tuesday afternoon. The Twitter dev account confirmed that once again, at least some public services have been granted free access to Twitter's API so they can continue tweeting out important updates.
I feel like there's something to be learned from this, but we're just going to miss it. Two things. One, the man desperately needs you to be there. So if enough of you just go, you know what, actually fuck all this nonsense, he will just be like, okay, cool, and walk things back. Please see also people being like, I'm not paying for Twitter Blue, and him being like, I'm going to gift you some. This API is no longer free to use. Oh, are you sure about that? Okay, cool. And most of what I can think about right now, especially given our very balanced conversation last week, which I very much enjoyed, is the following. Why don't y'all just maintain the same energy and take all of that shit to another platform? Y'all could just keep the same energy and take that shit to another platform. Any other platform. Really, just any other one. I would be perfectly fine with it. I think most of us would. Really. Honestly and truly. Yep. Let this man suffer.
Yep. There's always text messages.
I am literally begging at this point, please just let this man suffer. And in case you're wondering, but Sin, you are still on Twitter. I am, because my Mastodon account only got approved this Saturday and I'm still working on my migration plans.
And yes, I am, until the service that I'm using just stops working. I have said it and forget it.
Verge, he broke a law in just acquiring the company in the first place, I'm sure. Listen.
I don't think that they confirmed it, but there are people who are trying to find out if he did. There are people who are like suing because it's the verified check marks make it seem as if they are endorsing something that they are not.
Yep. Which disclosure is big.
In February, when Twitter announced that it would cut off free access to its API and instead charge $100 a month for a basic tier of $100 a month for basic access to Twitter's API. Oh, fuck off. Fuck all the way off. $42,000 a month for top. Fuck all the way off.
And you think municipalities have that in the couch cushions? I think not.
You know, like, here's the thing that is so funny to me. This is a man who was just like, surely the people are going to pay for it.
Nope.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a thing that allows people to pay for subscriptions on the platform and whatever else. And I'm going to boot out all the advertisers because fuck these people. And I'm going to shutter all the departments that deal with them in public image because fuck these people. And now here you are being like, well, at least I can charge off for API access. And just like, it's the way that every week we're reporting on something he is yet again surprised that people are just like, absolutely not.
And won't do.
Just
They
kind of
won't do
like,
it.
Elon, would you pay money for something that has been free to you for 17 years?
Oh. So I'm wondering when this is going away because there's still a free. So I guess I can't access. I can't read from Twitter, but I can write to it. Which would mean oh, shit. Well, I could still post from Mastodon to Twitter. I just can't do the other way around, which is something I haven't been doing for a while because, again, I don't tweet. So rate limited access to V2 tweet posting and media upload endpoints. 1,500 tweets per month posting limited at the app level. Okay, so MOA, so MOA, the way I'm using it would break, but if I rolled my own MOA, okay. Well, as long as they don't take this away, I think I'm still straight. Basic for hobbyists. Because hobbyists just have $100 a month laying around. Rate limited access to suite of V2 endpoints, 3,000 tweets per month posting limit at the user level, 50,000 tweets per month posting limit at the app level, 10,000 tweets per month limit rate cap, 2 app IDs, log in with Twitter, and cost $100 a month. So actually, I do have a Twitter app that is being used, but I'm not using it for anything, so that's good to know. So I can remove it if I need to, but yeah. Yeah, so basically, yeah, this is what Basic gives you. Musky Musk tweets after, people complain about the pricing. I guess we could give all the verified users access to the API for posts like this. That was in response to a Twitter user complaining about a favorite bot being potentially killed off by the new paid tiers. Let's see. The MTA tweeted yesterday that while it's, quote, happy that Twitter, quote, got the message and, quote, committed to making API access free for the MTA and other public sectors agencies, they wouldn't necessarily be resuming automated tweets to say MTA plans to access their, quote, options for service alerts going forward. Yeah, you go ahead with that, dog. Have fun with that.
At that.
And a little bit of cross-pollination here. Got some entertainment news along with some tech news. As of Tuesday, thousands of Hollywood television and movie writers are going on strike for the first time in 15 years. The Writers Guild of America voted unanimously to strike on Tuesday after contract negotiations with major Hollywood studios collapsed. The WGA is attempting to secure higher wages and better working conditions for the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, or from the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, a group representing around 350 major studios and streaming services like Netflix, Disney, Amazon, Apple, and Sony. For the thousands of movies and television writers the union represents, picket lines are expected to form starting Tuesday afternoon. The last WGA strike in 2007 to 2008 lasted 100 days and was credited with tipping California into a recession, causing a loss of around $2.1 billion to the state's economy.
Mm-hmm.
Ruin, you're absolutely correct. That's one of the reasons why they're striking. Takal says, though, this is fucked because we're going to get a whole new generation of all the fucked up shit that we all saw in the 2000s. Well, the thing is, like, they haven't really gone away, though. Like, that was the age of reality television.
Right.
And reality TV hasn't gone away. It's gotten, it's spread further. So
it just skewed up because of the writer's strike.
I mean, maybe it'll just sound dumb again because I feel like reality TV is also being written somewhere. Maybe it'll just be like, maybe it'll go back to like the original thing of like, oh, now we just don't know what any of them are going to say.
Mm-hmm.
I want to point out that the Daily Show's Dulce Sloan was hosting the Daily Show this week, and she got the shitty end of the deal because she was only live for a day.
Yep.
And it's not like they did not know that this writer strike was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
They waited for the black woman to get on. I mean, and the thing is that like they had guests host the Daily Show before they let the correspondents do it. Y'all could have ended that a week early to allow for all of your correspondents, including Dulce Sloan, to have a chance. And they waited till the week of the writer's strike to say, all right, Dulce, it's your turn. Hopefully the writers don't go on strike.
Mm-hmm. Knowing what was going to happen and then being like, hit the plug.
Yeah, I remember that Twitter account and like, yeah, that was like back when AI generated shit was just god awful. Shows like Saturday Night Live, The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon will be the first affected and are expected to immediately stop production. Yep. Other TV shows like scripted dramas and soap operas are also expected to be impacted, either cutting production short and thereby reducing the number of episodes per season, or halting entirely. Movies could also be affected depending on how long the strikes go on for. Those studios, networks, and producers have been stockpiling scripts and boosting international productions in preparation for this outcome.
Yep.
So it's like, well, you already wrote this. We're gonna go over to Bali and shoot this movie.
And I do love how UK and Australia and a few others have just said, yeah, we won't cross the picket line.
You gotta love it. US TV like about to be invaded by Aussie and UK accents. Well, I don't know. I mean, well, it would be accents because not the actors aren't striking.
The actors aren't striking. See, it's the writers.
Yeah.
See, that was the whole thing, though. It's like actors will always get work because their likenesses are always portrayed, so they're always gonna find residuals for that. It's just the writers. Whenever the writers write something. Because how writers would get paid is
that's
right.
A lot of people. That's right. Somebody else mentioned that too.
Right. Because
that there's about to be another fucking thing that's going to come on top of this.
Right.
And shit's going to get shut down. Period.
Because what happened in the old days before streaming, you would have you would create a show. You get up to maybe like 100 episodes, 100, 150 episodes, and then you could get syndication deals. Which means if it be on like your show was on like Ion or My TV Plus, whatever, they would get residuals every time it plays. So a writer who wrote a show would constantly get little residual checks, and that was good money. That was enough money to keep you going, keep you going, getting by. But see, with streaming now, there is no syndication. Whole series can just go. They can shop a series to Hulu, to HBO Max, to Disney Plus, and then they get that one check for writing an episode or writing a series, and they'd be like, "Cool, thanks," and nothing. They wouldn't get nothing back.
Not a whisper of a residual.
Not a whisper of dollars and cents. And I seen that video on Twitter. I seen the video on Twitter and on TikTok about this, where they were like, "Yeah, that was it. They just get one check, and that's it. They get the check for writing the episode, and then that's it. And how many times a writer is gonna like write for another series? They may get like some vibes from that, but they might not write. They may not get another show. Writers from Abbott may not get another Abbott. You know, writers from Grownish wouldn't get another, or like Blackish wouldn't get another show that would host their talents. So a lot of times that was their money. And then they would write, for other shows or write with collaboration with other shows. But yeah, with streaming, there is no syndication. That's it. Once it's on Hulu, that's good. That's it. All right. Right. So now they have to like, all right, we got to renegotiate them streaming deals and being like, all right, for however long it's on that series, we still need to get a check for that though. So,
and of course, because capitalism.
Oh, wait, please. Hold on.
Capitalism.
They not wanting to run these people their coins.
And
so now we're out here.
And yet, but make, buku amounts of dollars in doing that, because it's like, what were we all doing in 2020, 2021? We watched television
and playing Animal Crossing.
So a lot of what we like, I mean, Tiger King got us through them hard couple months, the first few months of the pandemic. That show was talked about. But like I say, I feel like we'll probably get more what's called non-scripted content in lieu of it. Probably a few more documentaries. But still they need to come up off that money. like Universal, Paramount, they need to come up off that money. Warner Brothers, they need to come up off that money.
Like, the thing that I'm hearing, right, is that these people aren't even arguing for some significant amount of, like, some ridiculous amount of money as if they were, for example, playing a sport. These people are arguing to, like, just make sure that they can, like, live off of the work that they do, for one, and two, to get paid money that they were getting paid like a decade ago. Not even like something that's especially like spicy for modern day things. They were just like, we're getting paid less than we were a decade ago, and we would just kind of like to like backtrack to that point at least. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. It's just a mess.
So it's good to hear. So just like any reputable, fair, and balanced news source, we have to play both sides-isms. So
do we?
The AMPTP provided a statement claiming it had offered, quote, generous increases in compensation, end quote, that included an improvement in streaming residuals and have been willing to, quote, improve that offer. It was unwilling to compromise on the union's demands for mandatory staffing and duration of employment, however, saying these primary sticking points would require companies to staff shows with writers even if they're not needed. Quote, the company's behavior has created a gig economy inside a union workforce, and their immovable stance in this negotiation has betrayed a commitment to further devaluing the profession of writing, end quote, said the WGA West on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And I've kind of noticed that too. Not just from a rating standpoint, but I drove past a billboard today where it was like almost like TaskRabbit, but for warehouse work. Like, hey, download this app if you need people to man a warehouse or work on machine equipment. And I'm like, yo, is there like a fucking gig economy for big, burly, strong men and women to do shit that I don't want to do?
I mean, I don't know. I guess there's a market for child labor, considering that we're still passing laws for that.
Well,
but yeah, yeah.
I'm sure that y'all didn't ask for 13 herbs and spices, but y'all are gonna get that from me. So
yeah, I mean, if you like if you're like forklift certified, you know.
But again,
like forklift certified,
it is fucking.
Yeah.
But it's an app. It was like an app for like TaskRabbit, but for those people, like for those workers, I'm like, yo, no, just hire them.
True, but still,
no, just fucking hire them.
Exactly.
You better not. You better not. Don't do it. Don't you do it.
But still.
Damn it.
There's always going to be like people who are born, and not somebody's born, but people who are invested in the work in which they do, in the company which they do. They are the employees. And then there's always going to be people who are like the independent contractor who's going to come in and says, I'm going to go ahead and work. I'm going ahead and bust it out. We see this a lot. I hear this a lot with my homie who's a traveling nurse. There are nurses that work in hospitals who don't live in the areas in which they work.
That I get. That's fine. And that would be an argument that I would accept if it was not for companies laying off massive amount of employees.
True.
And like we're talking about warehouse jobs.
Yeah.
Like those are the people who you see like in middle America, they closed down the textile plant and they shipped the jobs to China. And it's like it's the shit like that I hear, that you hear all the time. Now, whether or not that is true, because that I normally only hear that from politicians. But again, like
here's the thing:
there are people who I imagine that these people do exist. For them to create a service like this,
but like that's the thing,
to gigify that job market, so that way it's like contractors, but even worse.
Okay, so do I get to just be terrible and shady at this moment? Because I feel like what we're getting and what we're giving, right, is the following. People apparently got put on game because they got tired of seeing, how come I just got fired from this company that said that they didn't have enough money to pay people, and yet somehow are A, having record profits, and also B, are literally posting the job that they just fired all of those people from doing. Because I can tell you one thing, it's one thing to see that job posting on a website, but I would be furious if I logged onto an app for a job I just got fired from and said, hey, we're hiring people.
Yep.
But only to work from here to here, because we don't want to have to like actually properly take care of people, pay people, give them PTO or health benefits or any of those other things.
And yeah, so like
and I have words about that, but I am not allowed to say them. Because,
I mean, again, hello, contractor. Well, former contractor.
Because terms of service prevent me from saying those things. I want you to know that I mean them, though, even if I haven't said them. And hopefully you are hearing the words I did not say.
Does OBS provide, Gaussian filters I can just place over something? You just turn on one of your little voice mod filters, and we can just look. I don't know who that was. It wasn't Sin though.
Because listen, if I could say everything I wanted to say, it would probably sound a lot like I don't know if y'all heard any of that.
Yeah, that noise gate kind of the RTX voice is working even on the beep.
Yeah, the beeps came in, but the beeps were censored.
The beep's First Amendment right to free speech was not allowed.
Yeah.
Who?
Today. Now I got the Morse code message.
Oh wait, Sid, I told you we were not covering AI this week, right?
It's okay if you lied because I know that something has recently come up and
yeah,
you might want to do a last minute insert.
Yeah, it wasn't a last minute insert. It was there. I just forgot that I put it there. The Godfather of AI leaves Google amid ethical concerns. Jeffrey Hinton is worried AI could eliminate jobs and spread misinformation, which I imagine he said this months, if not years ago, but Google had a gag order on him. He just only walked out the building and said this. I'm gonna wait for him to come back, but I do want to point out the fact that we are including Muskie Musk as a tech luminary. Wait, Diogen, what did I say? I thought I said Godfather. Now I'm curious, what did I say? I thought I said Godfather, but oh, okay. I was supposed to say, what did I say? Had to wait for that Google bonus to hit before you left. Sid, are you okay? No, like I legit want to hear your thoughts here. Come on. Yeah, yes, I do. This is why you're a host on the show. All right, so you got the for Ferrari Rocher's good. I know that is not how it's pronounced, but I could not think of the actual pronunciation.
Ferrero.
Yep.
Ferrero. Sound like a car starting.
So you want to know my opinion on the subject?
Yes. Sure. I know we've talked about it briefly, ever so briefly on Discord.
We talked about it last week.
We did?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
That power wash had us in like the most calm of vibes.
Must
right?
be.
Here's the thing. Whenever these subjects of things with AI come up, well, here, let's take this a step back to a larger consideration. Whenever I'm going to be semi-serious about this, but I am having chocolate for comfort. Whenever we talk about new technologies being introduced, AI, blockchain, passkeys, any of those things, one of the first things that usually comes to mind for me, which seems to be a very unfortunate thing, is, and how are they going to use this to fuck over people, especially poor people or people who make who like make their means via creative things like, oh, I don't know, journalism, writing news articles, or making art. So whenever you have those things, whenever you have these things, right, and you start talking to them, it's always I have to think about what nonsense these companies, especially because we're in capitalism and there's no ethical framework for how to treat people properly, because they're just guided through whatever profits are. It's just kind of like, I like AI, kind of like, Takal likes blockchain and thinks it's a really cool technology, but we simply cannot trust and should not at any point, given their history, trust corporations to do right by people
Wait,
when they
hold
get a
on.
hold of the
Hold on.
technology and decide how to use it.
Please hold.
Capitalism.
Continue.
There you go.
What did you have to play the clip?
Yeah.
Okay. You simply cannot trust them to do things like this. And so it was one thing where apparently the person that we're talking to who walked away from Google, who, listen, if they stayed there to just quietly do what they were doing, get their severance check and go about their business, and while they were on their way out because they weren't under an NDA to say anything else because they didn't work there, went, let me tell y'all what's up, then more power to them. I have no problem with that. Get yours if you're going to have to leave. But it is an issue when they take things and figure out ways to apply them that then disenfranchise people, right? We're not talking about, hey, like my email reminding me that I missed a comma, a semicolon, that I didn't put a period somewhere, or asking me if I wanted to sign off with best at the end of my work email. We're talking about things where, hey, we're about to, in a time where we're quote unquote making record profits, lay off 3,000 people a day for 10 days. Or people are just like getting on Twitter and finding out they don't have a job anymore or whatever because they were just like, AI will do that job, thanks. And it really sucks because it sounds like the person that we're talking about here in this article was very much in the vein of, I wanted to build AI to do a couple of things to assist people at doing their jobs, not replace people doing those jobs. And they just went, okay, but what if we decided to do it anyway?
And that's the thing. So like, I've been in and out with ChatGPT, like, or started with out and in rather, because like when ChatGPT first came out, I was like, yeah, I'm not fucking with this, until I saw videos of how it could enhance what I was doing. And like for me personally, I've been using these LLMs or all these generative AI explicitly only text. One, because I just do not like images, and also I can see that direct link between them taking an artist's works and merging it into its own fucking thing. Text, I feel like, all right, if you're just scanning a whole bunch of Stack Overflow and then can tell that, and they can read Stack Overflow to me as a 5-year-old, I feel like that's another thing. Unfortunately, it's reading everything else, and that is a gray area over there too. The way his approach to it has been, and the way my approach has been to it, in a way a lot of technology enthusiasts, and again, I feel like a lot of folks who are excited about AI, or at least generative AI, has been, hey, this could help people. Unfortunately, yes, because of capitalism, pause.
Capitalism.
Unfortunately, because of capitalism, it's now gone beyond that. It's how like HoloLens technology is being used for the US military. We now have AI in fucking jets and shit. It's so unfortunate that, something that's so fucking cool is being used to sit there and scam a whole bunch of people, take livelihoods away from people. It's like, this is not what this was for. I know this is not what this was built for. And now I look like the asshole because I did find it useful. I'm not using it for evil, but because I say I like ChatGPT, I look like that fucking asshole who wants to steal jobs from everybody. It's like, no.
And it was something that we've talked about before, right? Where you're just like, we have to be careful about automatically have, like automatically opting to deal with the lowest common denominator when it comes to our dealings with technology, and automatically thinking about how are the bad people going to use it. But unfortunately, because companies like this exist and do the wild things that they do, we have to, because when we don't, this happens. And the thing that I hate about it, the thing that sucks the most for me when it comes to like this, is that it's always going to, it feels like a conversation that always pits people like me and you against each other, who ultimately want to do the right thing by everyone. And it never gets leveled at these companies like, why the fuck are you making things that cause me and Major to have discussions like this?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like the AirTag situation again.
Which we have to talk about, which is also a thing that's on our list today.
Well, no, that was taken out. That one was taken out. But just as to cover that, New York is giving away or they should be gone by now. If they have not found a way to give away 500 AirTags, I don't know. But anywho, New York was giving away 500 AirTags to prevent car thefts.
I have some feelings about that.
So while we're on the topic, then, what are your feelings?
Most of my feelings about that are NYPD. We know what AirTags are used for. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, it smells like a setup to me.
But for who? Yeah, I really want y'all to think about that for a second. Like, who would it be a setup for?
As in, like, what? Who would be like a target or a danger for like having an AirTag that just tracks them or what have you, that the police can use?
Yeah, the police can't use that. You have to activate them on your phone. Only you have access to that AirTag. Apple would not do that. Apple would not do that. That's one thing. Like Apple will do some fucked up shit, but Apple will not do that.
We'll just agree to disagree on that one, but we'd rather not have to go through that to then come full circle. So let's move along.
No.
Nope.
Okay, something? I'm not going to. I feel like there's a way for us to discuss this without having to make it like an hour-long diatribe. So I'm going to do that. What I'm going to say is, what I am going to say is, I, being me, have some misgivings, given what I know that AirTags are typically used for. I have misgivings about the police just suddenly being like, here, we would like to give you AirTags. And I am curious and wary about what is going to happen in the future with these things.
So
we'll see what happens. So we'll see what happens.
It's like when police say, here's a glass of water.
Because didn't we already have an article some time ago where the police were like having people like come into like a gaming truck or whatever for publicity and whatnot and some other things?
So my issue with this is in how the AirTags are activated.
So I guess the issues that we have are kind of like,
unless the police are activating the AirTags and say, hey, we will track your car for you, then I'll be like, no, that's not what we're going to do. But if you hand me a closed inbox AirTag that I have to go home and then activate it with my iPhone, I don't see that problem.
Okay.
Then what I will say, I'm going to say on that.
No, I can't drop that. I'm sorry, I can't drop because it's bothering me.
I mean,
it's bothering me. What is the issue?
But you're going to have an argument by yourself because I'm not going to elaborate no more than that.
But see, that's the thing. That's where I have an issue with a lot of these discussions. Is like people don't want to sit there and elaborate on what the hang up is. Like I'm willing to share with you
because this would be a 20-minute conversation.
Then let it be a 20.
And then we'll easily just go full circle, and we will not get anywhere from it. You will not see our point, We will
But
not
that's
see your
what I
point.
want to
Let us just
that's the thing. I want to understand your point. For
the small thing of me saying to you, to me, I, Kev, do not trust anything that is handed to me in the express thing of tracking from the police. Period. Now you can elaborate that. I'm done with it.
I don't know how to elaborate because again,
no. I explained my misgivings. You can then say, I don't accept that. Cool. Let's move on to the next argument. Because again, I don't want to have a full elaboration about it, knowing that I just said I can't speak for Sin, because I feel like Sin has the same misgivings that I would have about accepting air tags from the New York Police Department when they have robo-dogs. So I feel like that this would easily go to a 20-minute discussion to then, and we're not even at games yet. So I'm just saying, for the sake of the argument and the sake of the day, can we just move on? Here are my misgivings. We're not going to agree on it. You can explain it to me. You're talking to the green screen in Wakanda. But at the end of this, I have misgivings about that, but I'm not going to talk about that because I don't want a 20-minute conversation. Okay, that's fine.
That's my issue, because it's like,
that's fine. Move on.
I legit want to understand, but if nobody wants to share, then we'll fucking move on.
I have no more than that.
Discord is growing up, so everyone needs to pick a new username.
Thank you.
For some fucking reason, because again, nobody's saying anything, Discord is taking away the 4-digit tag that it puts after its usernames, as it looks to make it easier to connect with other users. As noted in Discord, as noted in a post on Discord's blog, this change will force most users to change their usernames, as Discord will no longer have the 4-number tag that distinguishes one person with the same username from another.
This is confusing to me when I read this article. You know, how do I say this? I feel like when you went and created this system with IDs and stuff, there was an intentional choice. There was an intentional choice about making those user IDs structured in the way that they were, right? You decided people didn't have to have unique usernames or email addresses or whatever else. You decided that the thing that you wanted to do was to append a 4-digit ID to the end of a username, so that if 3 people are named Anne, they have a way to distinguish from each other. So for Discord to have existed as long as it has, sitting on that decision, and then decide to just reverse that decision, like at this juncture, is just like, you know, devs out here, Major and crew, right? Talk to me about this. Do y'all not think about what the long-term consequences are for implementing a system like this before you implement it? And then what would have to, they said something about technical debt or whatever, but what kind of technical debt are you accruing that would make you revisit the way that you do your entire user base? And also, for that matter, what are we now using as unique identifiers for all of this?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's putting things behind some type of it's putting things behind obscurity, where it's like there really was no need to do any of this. Why?
Yeah, like it's one of those, all they said is it's just technical debt and we don't want to deal with that. And I'm just like, Y'all, it has to be more than that at this point. What is driving these decisions? Because that seems to be, of the many decisions that they could have made, the one that they didn't have to.
Mm-hmm. There are many things you could have done. This was not one of them.
Yeah, it's going to be a fucking clusterfuck. All I can do is just hope that there is nobody else out there with the name Major Linux. Ain't shit I can fucking do.
Like, it's odd. I don't know if people like myself or you have too much to worry about. As far as I understand, for example, names like mine are kind of unique. I don't think I have too much to worry about there, although, when it comes up, I guess it comes up. But also, like, it seems like a lot of effort with no discernible reason. And I miss the days that tech companies were just like, hey, here's what we're doing and why, in the form of patch notes. At the very least.
Yeah.
I wish they provided that shit on Steam.
Yeah, amen.
When I update games on Steam, like one in particular, Survivor, I would like to know what the fuck they did.
Yeah. It'd be like a handful. There's like it when it comes to specific patch notes, it's like it specifically has, especially on Steam, it specifically says patch notes, and then you'd be like, oh, I can click on it. But anything else, you're like, did you update? I would like to know. Is it hotfixes? What is it? I'd like to know. Even if it's just like minute things, I would like to get a sense of why you did that.
I want
of why that update was updated.
I want detailed patch notes, like when Blizzard updates characters in Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
We changed the firing speed of Diva's gun from 0.7 seconds to 0.71 seconds. Like, what the fuck does that even? What does that even change?
Oh, them Jeff videos, yeah. The Jeff Kaplan.
No,
videos?
not even, because he didn't get that technical. No, I mean like the text updates.
Oh, right.
Like they go like, oh my god, I haven't seen one lately because I've been playing a lot of Overwatch, but patch notes. There we go. All right, right here. Automatic reload time for the inactive weapon increased from 1.5 seconds to 2.5 seconds. What the fuck even? Projectile size reduced from 0.125 to 0.1.
Look, if you're competitive, you read them patch notes. If you're in like
this is a fraction.
Because that means something. Like that actually means something.
I know, but it's a fraction.
Right. But like I say, when you're playing competitive and you live and breathe that character, you need to have a good understanding of, if I hit somebody with this Discord orb, how or because it used to be back in the day, you hit somebody with Discord orb and then bam bam they were dead. But now it's like you have more to do. So now you're like, all right, what more do I have to do? Because it's like in FTC, that frame data means something. And when the character is buffed, and that's the difference of, that'd be the difference to some as, I can play that character, I can never play that character. It's like, oh, I can never play that character again because that character is fundamentally broken. Like, or, oh my god, here that character go. I'm gonna lose, but I gotta do X when I have these matchups. Yeah, so it means a lot. It means a lot to somebody.
Like knockdown, like this from Reinhardt from back in February. Knockdown duration increased from 2.5 to 2.75 seconds. I'm sorry, I can't measure 0.2, like 0.20, like a quarter of a second.
Mm-hmm.
I can't measure that in my head. I don't know. Look, if I get knocked down from an earth shatter, nigga, I'm down. And I can't, it don't feel like 2.5 seconds. It feels like a fucking eternity. Whole hog, maximum duration increase from 6 seconds to 8. Whole hog was 6 seconds? I swear the thing felt like it was a minute. But yes, these are the type of patch notes I would like in things, and it would be nice if people explain those things. There's a, yep, we're making a change, and that's it. Like various bug fixes. Or stability updates. What does that mean? What was unstable? What was I doing? Oh, also they're adding the @ symbol to the front of your usernames. So have fun with that. This is what the new Discord will look like. Have fun. The Arbiter of Speed. Oh, that's who you are. The Arbiter of Speed, or Clyde 32. I don't like this, man. I hate it. But then again, I am like one of those people on the internet, when things change, I hate it. Like when Mastodon decided, hey, we're going to make it easier for people to sign up for Mastodon. No merge, that's what we have Matrix for. Why did the whole screen go dark for a second? Oh shit, something fucking crashed on my end. There we go, we're better. Gaming news, finally. Hey, remember this guy? You remember him? Sean Riccatello. He done fucked up again. Unity cuts 8% of its workforce in latest round of layoffs.
This makes, again, it makes sense to me because capitalism. Feel free to cue the sound bit.
Capitalism.
These are the kind of articles that just piss me off. It's very specifically, they had a nearly 50% increase in profit in like what, Q4, I think, of 2022, right? So more money than last year by a significant amount. Most profitable quarter since they have been a public company, I do believe, so far. But I mean, I guess it's good or whatever, but it's not impressive according to whoever these nebulous stakeholders, investors, or whoever people are. So we're just firing people for whatever reason. I would like that to make sense. And except for greed, it doesn't. And that is the thing that always bothers, that will always be a core of what bothers me the most about these things.
No, Unity is their own company.
Wait, what?
Merge said, didn't they just get acquired by a spyware vendor?
No, I don't think so.
Unity is still their own company. They acquired Parsec. They merged with Iron Source. Unity agreed to buy Iron Source. Yeah, they bought Parsec ages ago. Oh, that's right.
So I'm going to tell you what's absolutely funny. Whenever I click away from the article and then come back to it, the browser tab, instead of saying Unity lays off its workers, keep saying Lyft laid off its workers, and that is really interesting.
Because didn't Lyft do that?
I mean, possibly, but I don't know. I'm
Oh,
just curious
they
about why
definitely
that's
did,
appearing
because
in the browser tab.
Oh, because if you scroll down far enough, the tab, the header or the title for the site changes.
Mm-hmm.
So see, technically I am still on the Unity article, but because Engadget kind of branches all their articles together, like once you scroll down far enough, the header, the title of the site changes. But yeah, so Lyft also laid off 26% of its employees. So then they'll, just go work for Lyft. Or probably they'll be too pissed off at Lyft and go work for Uber as Uber drivers. San Francisco will be nothing but rideshare drivers and delivery people at a certain point. EA admits that Jedi Survivor isn't performing to our standards on some PCs. I have confirmed that is an accurate statement. It is some PCs, because somehow Pro Quesadilla can run it just fine on a single PC and stream it, and has been doing that for a while my PC has been just, picking and choosing a day when it wants to work. And then I'm in constant communication with somebody who has a more powerful PC than me. And in the menus, they're getting 4 frames a second. I do not understand how wildly inconsistent this game is running on PC. In the menus, Diogen, I don't understand it. I have yet to see it, but that's what has been told to me. So yeah, well, people were definitely complaining about it Friday, like late Friday afternoon. They released a statement, Respawn released a statement, or EA Star Wars released a statement saying, hey, we understand things ain't good right now. We're working on patches. And luckily patches did come Monday for PC and Tuesday for PS5 or for consoles. I dropped to 40p and got 80 FPS yesterday. Today I was getting 50 with drops to 30. No updates to game or OS. That is just, I've heard rebooting sometimes works though, Merge. I have not tried it. And again, like if I'm streaming the game, I guess I could reboot it before I stream, but yeah, this game needs stability updates, but also a lot of patch notes. Like I have no idea what is going on with the company also seems to be throwing shade at players using Windows 10 rather than Windows 11. I don't know if my guy is using Windows 10 or Windows 11. I should check. Look, Verge, I get it. I'm still refusing to go to 1080p. But even then, when I switch to 1080p, I'll barely notice a difference. But here we are. Yeah, this ain't great. But we had a conversation about this yesterday on the latest episode of Major Landing Show, which you can check out on YouTube right now. And we were talking about the game being rushed, and I was like, was it being rushed? It got delayed until I realized what it got delayed to. And then I realized that it got delayed to the last day of Q1, April 28th. So, yeah, here we are. Can't speak to Redfall though. Redfall technically came out the second day of Q2.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Performance-wise, the game works. Gameplay-wise, man, could use some work on that.
Yeah.
Is it RAM related since it says 32 gigabytes of RAM is recommended? It seems like from what I've been hearing reporting wise, it seems like it is VRAM related, not regular RAM related.
Well, I believe that the rule in the world of gamers is whatever the number says on the box, you should do at least twice that number.
I mean, at one point I was considering, well, my guy does have 64 gigabytes of RAM. He's the one getting the 4 FPS in a menu. So that's technically twice my number. So they are actively patching. I was not expecting a patch this soon, but yeah, they released a patch on PC to increase non-ray trace performance. And they did just that. So I can at least play this game anywhere between 20 and 60 FPS on stream, which is definitely a wild like birth to be looking at. At 4K, I hit 18 gigabytes of beam usage, or I guess it's supposed to be VRAM. At 1440p, I see up to 13. So cards with less than that are going to struggle. And that makes no sense. Why are we using all 16 gigabytes of VRAM right now? What are we doing? So of course, last week we got the news that Microsoft, that the merger between Activision, Blizzard, King, and Microsoft was not going to go through. The UK blocked it. And of course they said, hey, we do not think Call of Duty can work in the cloud. To which Nvidia got up off their ass and said, you say what now, motherfucker? Who can't do what in the cloud? We doing everything in the cloud. If we want so good, Microsoft will be the next one up. I mean, and I agree. I really believe that GeForce Now was better than xCloud, but here we are. So there's a quote here coming, or it's a tweet here from Nvidia GeForce Now. GeForce Now and other cloud gaming providers stand to gain an even deeper catalog of games if Microsoft's acquisition of Activision is completed. We see this as a benefit to cloud gaming and hope for a positive resolution. That is weird coming from the marketing account of GeForce Now. No, merge. No. We don't need all the polygons. The CMA said it is blocking the Microsoft deal in the UK primarily over concerns about the cloud gaming market. Microsoft did not agree with the CMA's findings, with President Brad Smith saying the CMA made its decision based on faulty reasoning. Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick, boo, criticized the announcement too, saying cloud gaming makes up an inconsequential component of the wider gaming industry right now. Beyond the UK, the EU is set to hand down a decision by May 22nd, and in the US, the FTC's first evidentiary hearing is set for August 2023. In more Microsoft news, well, this isn't really news, because, boy, Microsoft's been in some shit this week. Imagine the Bob starting the world. Look, the head of PlayStation is from the UK. Andrew, look, it is Andrew House, right?
What? PlayStation?
Yeah.
Ryan.
Jim Ryan. Oh yes, that's
Ryan,
right.
Jim Ryan.
Jim Ryan.
Oh, they call me Flying Jim Ryan.
I mean, I picked this cup up to take a sip, but they put it down after trying to do the Bond impression. Microsoft announces next wave of Xbox and PC Game Pass games. let's see here. Fuga 2. Let's go in order here. Out today, or out Tuesday is Arcane's vampire first-person shooter Redfall. Next on May the 4th, Game Pass gets Coco Cucumber's fairy tale adventure Ravenlock across console, PC, and cloud. On May 8th, action RPG Weird West Definitive Edition hits Game Pass on Xbox Series X and S. Fun timing on this one is developed by Wolf Eye Studios, which was founded by co-creators of Arcane's Dishonored and Prey. On May 9th, Cyberpunk Tactical RPG Collection Shadowrun Trilogy hits PC Game Pass. It's already out on Game Pass via console and cloud. And finally, on May 11th, turn-based RPG sequel Fuga Melodies of Steel 2 launches day one with Game Pass across console, PC, and cloud. I have to say something about this Fuga 2 game. Have y'all seen Fuga 2?
I have.
Have y'all seen trailers for this Fuga game?
I have.
It looks cute, but when you hear the dialogue and like, it's fucking kids in a tank and they fucking sacrifice themselves to make tank more powerful.
So Gundam.
If you were running the fucking that AI machine shit from Gundam Wing all the fucking time.
It's literally Iron-Blooded Orphans. That's what it kind of sounds like to me.
Verge, you still have to read it. It doesn't go away because they don't say it in English. Stop. Verge, why? Of course, 5 games are leaving Game Pass on May 15th. Before we leave Cloud Console and PC, Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair Anniversary Edition for Cloud Console and PC. Hearts of Iron 4 on PC. Her Story on PC, and Umaragi Generation Special Edition for Cloud Console and PC.
I want to say I have played Before We Leave. It is a really good. It's what is known as kind of like a non-combative city builder. It's really good. It's really a good time. I definitely recommend it. But I definitely say if you can get on Steam, get on Steam. So yeah.
Well, soon you might have to. You only got 11 days.
Yeah.
And of course, they spread more goodwill because, man, it's almost as if Microsoft knew something on May 2nd that they were not going to like. Invite your friends and play together, announcing Game Pass new friend referral program. This is a program that they launched on May 2nd. And they say, hey, PC gamers, if you're trying to get your PC friends on Game Pass, why not gift them a 14-day trial to PC Game Pass? That way they can try games like Redfall. You know Redfall? The game that we're releasing today. Redfall. They should definitely play Redfall. On PC. Nowhere else. Just on PC. Huh? Yeah, PC? PC, yeah, PC. Don't play it anywhere else. PC.
Hold on. But did they give you more than 2 to 4 frames?
That's why we're telling you to play it on PC.
Oh, PC. Oh, okay. Did the rest? Oh, like so the rest of the frames are part of the downloadable content?
No, on PC. No, we're not talking about Star Wars. We're talking about Redfall.
Yeah, because the frames are unlocked.
You get half of the frames on a console. You get all the frames on PC.
All the frames on PC, yeah.
You get half the frames now on console. You get the other half at a later date.
This sounds like layaway.
Yeah, it is layaway. They lay away the frames. But
PC. It's just PC. Play on PC.
But
14 free days.
I don't even know if that'll be a game by the time mode comes out, but I digress.
Yeah, you know there were pictures of the case, and it shows that it is listed as a feature.
Yeah.
And then there's a sticker on it that says 60 FPS is not going to be available at launch.
Yeah.
So,
imagine the person who had to put that sticker on. Imagine the person.
I imagine it's a machine that does it.
Yeah, the machine, but still, it's like you have to add a sticker after the fact. It's like, damn, fire up the machine. Make the sticker.
And of course, mark your calendars for June 11th. Microsoft's big Not E3 live stream will be going live. Microsoft will hold its annual Xbox Game Showcase on Sunday, June 11th, where publishers promise, quote, new surprises and first looks from Xbox Game Studios and its third-party partners.
They always do this.
That's a Sunday. Are we gonna watch?
I plan to. Hopefully, I do not have to go anywhere.
Depending on like what time it started, what time it finished, I think I can squeeze it in.
It starts. I have it on the calendar. Oh, it actually literally would have been next paragraph. 1 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, I can squeeze that in. Yeah, I'll throw some dinner. I'll throw like some dinner in the air fryer and then afterwards I just sit down and eat.
Yeah, that's not Father's Day, is it? I was kind of hoping it was. So, Father's Day, leave me alone. But it's not. It's the weekend before.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna have a first Father's Day. I'm not ready. Not ready.
That showcase will be followed by Bethesda's Starfield Direct live stream, which is said to offer, quote, new gameplay, developer interviews, and behind the scenes insider information on Starfield.
Indeed. Like, the shenanigans that had happened with Redfall has, like, I wouldn't say like completely and utterly diminished because really I don't have any. My expectations for like AAA games has been significantly lowered since the PlayStation 4. And PlayStation 4.
I feel like for me, this is not really diminished my AAA because again, like there are so many indies, and it's almost like when a AAA comes, it's like, okay, I can focus on that. There aren't but so many of those,
right?
So it's like I can see that, but there's so many fucking indies. Like there's no way.
Right. It's so many indies of a particular genre that even if you pick one genre of
it's
indies,
too much.
like
it's too fucking much.
It's still too many slices. Like farming sims, it's still a lot.
Yeah.
City builders, it's still a lot.
Like what this is doing, what Microsoft is doing though. Like it's not it's not like the AAAs and what's happening with AAAs. It is what Microsoft is doing now. Is like that goodwill they got at the beginning. It's going away. And like I know there were people who were out way before. It's like, no, I'm still gonna hold on. Like Game Pass is still good though. Like look at all these games we got. But then like we were hoping for some good first party shit.
It's really mid.
It's mid as shit. And it's like I was like, look, give them some time. The Series X just came out. They gotta find their footing. But it's like y'all ain't put out shit. Like it's been 3 years.
Right.
It's gonna be 3 years and y'all ain't really put out shit, bruh.
Right. Game Pass in the vein of Xbox exclusives. It's not giving what it's supposed to give.
Yeah.
And it's damn near a wrap for me. But Game Pass in the vein of indie developers having a platform to push out games that people would have never thought to play or to at least attempt, and give them an understanding of like, oh, this game, that game, this game. The one of the best games to come out of Game Pass, like the last 6 or so months ago, was Two Point Campus. And 2 Point Campus was like, it wasn't a hard sell for me of whether I played, because I played Hospital ad nauseum. But the fact that it was on there, so I could at least attempt it and figure out if I really truly want it, which I did, and I enjoyed it a lot till I bought it on Steam. Yeah, I think it gives people the opportunity to play games that they would not have thought to play, or have an opportunity to play a game that they wouldn't have played from the beginning or day one, because games be costing a whole bunch of money, especially now when you got like 60, especially when you got $60 and $70 games,
which
it is.
Redfall is Xbox's first $70 game.
Yeah, and look where we are. And look what happened. But it's like in the vein of like Xbox exclusives. No, it's not it. But in the vein of like indie developers being able to showcase games and allowing people to play games that they would never have played. Like, I played Donut Country because of Game Pass. I played Unpacking because of Game Pass. I played The Gardens Beneath because of Game Pass. I played some really interesting RPGs and city builders and forest games. That's how I played Humankind for the first time. And when I played it, I was like, yo, this is great. This is cool and all. But man, this really makes me want to play Civ. And it's like, but I wouldn't have had that opportunity if I hadn't, had the opportunity to, play it. To have Game Pass and play it. And so I just feel like Microsoft has like dropped the ball in the vein of exclusives, but they are still good at having the day one. The day one is still, bar none, the best thing that Microsoft has ever done. Like, day and date on Game Pass.
Yeah, I'd almost sit there and I'd almost would take away my Game Pass subscription and put it towards EA Play.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I would play more EA games on day one than I would Microsoft.
Yeah.
But then I lose access to some of these. I actually do lose access to some of these games that I have, like the Assassin's Creed stuff. Like, there are some third-party games in here, but it's like, But I can also be playing the new Madden when it comes out, the new FIFA when it comes out. Like, I would have had access to Jedi Survivor from jump.
That's also to call. I also watched Tiff play that, and I definitely felt the exact same way, where it was just like barren, lifeless world, and then it's like, oh, here's some cultists, oh, here's some vampires, and here's some missions. Go find the key, but where is the key? Oh, and I'm like, yeah. And I felt like that could be something that we could play with friends, but then I could also do that with Overcooked. I could also do it with Space Lines. And I'm gonna check it out because morbid curiosity. But outside that vein, it's like, and that's why I really love about Game Pass is like it has saved me from so many possibly bad decisions. So it's like, oh yeah, I don't have to pay $70 for this game. Yeah. Because I see it for what it is. Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, it just seemed like Redfall was like State of Decay 2 was better than this.
Yeah, because that world is actually there's world there.
I mean, to be fair, like I only got to the first mission in that major offline I did. And again, go check that out too.
Yeah. Because there's stuff.
But yeah,
there's way more stuff to do in that game, and have like the good, and then you can also have like that good progression. You have the progression. There's characters. There's so much more to do, so much more to accomplish in that world. So many little, things to look at and landmarks. Or this is this thing and this is that thing. It really felt more fleshed out than what Redfall is.
Who's looking forward to Redfall tomorrow?
I mean, I'm down to clown, or at least make an attempt of it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I will make an attempt.
I will make an attempt to say that I attempted it, but outside of that, I am not. I don't know if I'm gonna be playing it any more past that. But I'll definitely play it and then probably stick it on chunky games. You know, move the file chunky games, and then we just wait for updates and see what the updates look like.
Young, you should join. How many? Oh, it's only up to 4 players, right?
Yeah,
I don't know if Takal is joining, but if Takal isn't, Young, you could join. I can gift you PC Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
You could join us on PC.
I played through the intro. Yeah, you're gonna still have to play through the intro again with Major, because
why would he?
Because progression doesn't cross over. So
then you just join in my game where I've already done that.
Okay.
Yeah, I played through the intro.
Yeah. I heard multiplayer is better than solo. I mean, everything, games with people are often more fun.
And that was my conclusion at the video. Said, yes, this seems to suck as a single player game for a lot of reasons. But this seems like if I got like more people in here, like we could have a good ass time in this game.
Yeah.
Like just fucking around. And I said we could. I don't know. And actually, you know what? I actually do want to play through that intro again because there are things I want to know. Because it stops you to explain things to you. So I wonder if it stops the game for everybody. Because it seems like it paused the world when I was playing by myself.
Yeah, we shall see.
So I wouldn't mind starting at the beginning again because I feel like there are also things I would like to do differently. Like not sneak around because I thought that the enemies were more aggressive than they were. Like you'll see in the video, like I snuck around to not get caught. I got caught, took out a couple of people, and it didn't dawn on me how easy it was until I got to the fire station. I'm like, oh wait, y'all are dumb as shit. And all I have to do is hit the melee button once and you just collapse like a house of cards.
It's like you elbow in the back and they'd be like, get ready to slumber.
Right. And like I wanted to make sure like I didn't knock them out. I was like, no, they were just fucking dead. Like what the really?
It's more like ooh. Like this cannot be the same company that made Deathloop. This could not be the same company.
You punched the cultist 3 times for the. Okay, so maybe it's a difficulty setting. Maybe
no. If a cultist has his back turned, and you walk up to him and you can stealth kill him, and it is literally them just elbowing them in the back.
But if you were engaged with them in combat, it may take more to hit them.
It may take more than one hit. Okay. It'd be like 3
You know what? That makes sense because I shot one with a shotgun and he was unfazed. He was actively engaged in combat with me, but he was unfazed with a shotgun blast. I was like, this ain't right.
Right. It's like
okay.
That it was more like and it was like that was it. And then it was just like, huh? Okay. Bullet sponge mobs. Mostly the
not even mobs. There are not that many people around.
It's literally like you roll up and then like you roll around.
Like at most it's like 2 people together.
Yeah.
Like at the firehouse, it like the perimeter had guards, but they were so fucking spread out. Like I literally went Metal Gear Solid on that motherfucker. I said, all right, what's the CQC button?
Yep. So this might be we might try it for the lulz and group up and play it for the lulz, but I don't think we're gonna be like this is gonna be like you're gonna see a lot of this. More apt to see Back for Blood come back as opposed to
State of Decay even like
State of Decay. I could definitely see us like blowing the dust off of that, you know, whenever they get to talking about 3.
We get
we need
Anka
to
back.
talk
So
more
look, we
about
need our
3.
driver.
We need our driver. Anka literally running over zombies, hitting them with the door, losing the door. Just like we ain't got no door.
Oh, did we ever? Speaking of Back 4 Blood, did we ever pass that mission with the boat?
Oh, the boat?
You had to put the bomb at the bottom of the boat and run out the boat before it exploded.
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we did.
For some reason, I don't remember that, and I played it again with another group of folks. It's like, oh my god, this is what it's like to get out that boat. I honestly do not remember getting out of that boat.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no,
we did.
I was outside the boat. That's why I don't remember getting out of it.
Yeah.
It was some drama.
Yeah. But like I say, I as much as I felt about Black 4 Blood, where it's like, yeah, this isn't as popping as the other one. I would stand 10 toes down. I feel like that game would be better than Redfall. As far I could stand 10 toes down with that as opposed to.
So I guess my question is
Redfall.
too with this one is, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about all of this?
About the Redfall stuff?
Yeah, like I do, because again, we decided to play it Friday because you were really excited about Redfall.
Right.
Like every time new Redfall things came out, you were excited about Redfall. Like I remember, like you remember that Redfall had been announced, and I think we were covering an Xbox event. You're like, I want to hear more Redfall. I want to hear more about Redfall. I'm like, what the fuck is Redfall?
Right.
And when they showed it, you were excited. I'm like, oh, this is what this is. Okay, yeah. So I'm setting the stage.
Right.
To say like, yes, you were excited for Redfall. And then it came out.
Yeah, because I like co-op game. I like co-op shooter games. That's why I was like, Jones to play Borderlands 3, Jones to play Back 4 Blood, that kind of stuff. I love these type of games because, plus it's good to kind of play something that sits outside of your comfort zone a little bit.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. That's why we do the once a year Dead by Daylight October shenanigan Azanza. But yeah, but with that now, it's kind of like I'm just very much disappointed. Like I'm not hurt or I'm not sad or I'm not angry. I'm just really disappointed because it's like that was a game that I was really, really, really looking forward to. And Layla, like, I was talking about how absolutely I was in love with Layla, and and it's just so disappointing. And it's just so disappointing how awesome that gameplay. Well, that cinematic trailer. What we led from that cinematic trailer, first cinematic trailer, to the breakdown of everything, how Redfall looks. And for it to be for us to see that IGN preview and was like, ew. And then it was like, well, maybe that's just a preview. Maybe it might be different than that. And then see them first reviews and really saw it. And what really kind of stuck into me was I seen the Digital Foundry one. And it was like, oh, like, yeah. But yeah, like I'm gonna play it for the, I'm gonna play it for the lulz, but I'm very much disappointed. I'm not mad. Like some people were mad. Some people were like very hurt because it's Arcane, it's Dishonored, it's Prey, it's Deathloop. Good games, like good, not well received, well nominated games, right? And for Redfall to be a part of it, an Xbox exclusive carrying it on its back, for it to be that poorly done was a big thing. Dishonored had been released buggy too. Yeah, but at least it had like flair to it. At least it wasn't like.
There was substance to Dishonored.
There was substance to it. There was meat on the bone. And maybe it wasn't the most flavorful meat, but it was meat. This is devoid of life. This doesn't even have proper cinematics.
Yeah, I've got more questions.
You said this chicken is dry.
It's dry.
These waffles are not crisp.
No, there is no syrup on these waffles. There is no butter.
Gladys Knight is somewhere disappointed.
These are just frozen Eggos on a plate.
Not frozen Eggos. Not continental breakfast from the Motel 6.
Mm-hmm. Which, to be fair, the continental breakfast would probably be even.
So I've got more questions for you, but I will ask them tomorrow on Major Play. So if you care to hear more of Kevin's thoughts or more of any of our thoughts on Redfall, tune in tomorrow, 8:00 p.m. for
because I'll have better thoughts.
Plays.
I'll have more thoughts about it as we actually play it. Because like,
you know what? I don't care about Starfield. I'm just hoping that they don't fuck up Forza.
See, I don't think they will fuck up Forza. I don't think they will. I don't think they will. Now,
I don't know.
Starfield, I don't give a shit about. Like, it comes out, it doesn't come out. It comes out, it's fine. I'm gonna try, like, again, I'm gonna play it. They want on Game Pass for morbid curiosity. Might even try to attempt to stream it. But outside of that, I'm like, I am not really that phased when it comes to the whole AAA. When it comes to the whole AAA, game space, whatever. Like, plus I got this wonderful backlog to check out. So I'll just at that point, I'll just tap into the backlog or whatever. But I'm not really that hyped and jazzed about it. I'm like, yeah, it looks cool and sounds like a good idea, but I'm not like, I wouldn't be hurt if it went left. I'd be like, Bethesda game went left, huh? Didn't see that coming.
That was a Forza with microtransactions? Boy, I swear, when I had money, I wasn't even paying attention to microtransactions. I was like, I'm not buying this shit.
I was like, I ain't buying this shit. Same, I ain't buying this shit.
Oh, wait, but also when the Forza Horizons came out, I did buy the more expensive one just so I could have it 3 days early. And then I probably didn't think about microtransactions because I just had them.
Yeah, you didn't think about it because you already bought it.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you buy it up front. Like, look, that's what it should be. I should be able to buy a game up front and get every fucking thing. Let's do this.
I mean, that would be the best. That would be the best thing. That would literally be the best thing. But the button.
Oh, yeah, hold on. I got you.
Capitalism. Yep.
So we got a little bit of streaming news. Of course, it's a software update. OBS Studio 29.1 was released with AV1 HEVC streaming support over enhanced RTMP. What that means is that the Intel Arc cards, I'm not sure about any AMD cards. That's a answer for Tikal and Verge. But I know the Intel Arc cards and the Nvidia 4000 series, RTX 4000 series cards can stream AV1 over this enhanced RTMP to YouTube to get very, 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 or relatively low bitrate, high quality streams. So if you stream to YouTube and you've got a newfangled card that came out in 2022, for the most part, yeah, you can stream like 4K 60 at like, I think it was like what, 10 kilobits per second. I was watching a what was his name? Epos Vox video where he was talking about it.
Epos Vox, yeah.
Like he was like it was like the numbers that he was using, like just way low, and it's like there's no way I would stream to Twitch at that bit rate for 1080p. I'm sorry, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. That looks terrible.
Major did this right here.
No, thank
Give
you.
Like a straight up vote.
Oh no, but on those and he was using Intel Arc cards, which are which were about the power of like an RTX 3060, but they have the AV1 encoders on them for quick sync. Doing 1440p and 4K streams were like really low, and they were like not artifacted at all. Like you saw none of the blockiness that you would see on the like on high action streams, and like even 1080p on Twitch. I was like, see this, y'all fucking with me, man. Like I can't afford computer hardware right now. But the one thing that did make me feel good about it is like, all right, I didn't need to go buy an RTX 40 series card. I just need to go buy an Intel Arc card, which I can get for like $200, like actually less than $300. So that made me feel good. I mean, but not the Intel cards to call. The Intel cards are relatively inexpensive. I just ain't got no job. Can't buy one right now. That's why I'm sitting there trying to live this more in tune life where I'm not just like, granted, I'm forced. Merge, please, no.
Merge say, I got you.
I know he is. And I'm just like, I'm trying to be good, trying to live. I'm trying to live in this nice world where, you know, I'm like, I don't need the latest of everything. I have what I need right now. But man, I always think about like, all right, what if I do get a job? Boy, I'm going to pass out from spending money. It's going to be a problem. I need help. I really need to find healthier ways to cope with my anxiety. And more software news. Apple releases a rapid security update. So if you were on the stable releases of iOS, iPadOS, and macOS, you will see this rapid security rapid security response update, which is used to kind of patch the phone without having to send out a huge major release to the devices. So I mean, MSRP is relatively affordable. Real prices though, I mean, okay, an Intel Arc card is still selling like at or below MSRP, right? What's the model number? Or the A770? $399 for the Acer card. Wait, where's the Founders? I want a Founders card. I don't want the Acer card. Intel Arc A770. So the Founders card is $349. That's the limited edition one with the lights on it. Intel Arc A77 MSRP. And sorry, my typing is a little weird. I have a band-aid on my finger. It's making typing a little bit difficult. So it starts at $329, and I think that's for the non-lit version. It's priced at $329, but yeah, I think that's like for the non-limited edition version that doesn't have the lights. So I mean, I don't know. That seems like it's on back order though. Okay, all right, I lost. What about this Phantom one? Oh look, this Phantom card right here, the A770. It's available right now. I can add it to my cart for $329. I don't know. Look, it's called, I don't know, man. It is right here. I still can't afford it. Okay, fine. If AS Rock won't do it for you. Well, shit, that's all I got.
I heard I heard the homie Namu call ASRock ASAP Rocky, and I'm like, I'm never not calling it that anymore.
Let's see what is it. What does Amazon got? Intel Arc A770.
Are we looking at arcs?
Yeah, we are looking at arcs.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you're right. Oh, okay. Look, so okay, on Amazon, sure, you can't get one, but I don't know. There's an ASRock one right here. I'm just saying. It's a card right here. If you need one at MSRP, here is one. Sold and shipped by Newegg, which in and of itself could also be a problem. But I'm just saying, the hardware's out there if you look hard enough. Y'all just being picky. Anywho, iPhone update your shit. Kev, I'm looking at you. Android update your shit.
I got you.
And you looks like you were running out of time because you on the bottom of this list, the Pixel 4a. You might get struck down by this 14 update coming out. So you gonna rock with the Pixel 4a for as long as you can? Hello?
Mm-hmm.
That was a question. So are you going to rock with the Pixel 4a for as long as you can?
For as long as I can.
Even when they stop giving you Android updates?
Until I can afford a new Pixel, yeah.
I told you, make sure you jumped on that 6A deal.
I know, but it was like I can still squeeze a few more months, if not a year, out of this 4A.
You got years.
I know.
For $100.
Yep.
And that performance bump, oh my God. It felt so good. That 6A felt so good compared to the 4A. I was like, oh my God, it's like a whole new, well, it was a whole new phone, but it felt like a flagship. It was great. And in deals, free play days, of course, because you know what, I just can't. Microsoft, what are we doing? What is this life? It feels like a bad relationship. It really does. Like my relationship with Apple. It just feels bad. It feels very toxic. What are we doing? Anywho, free play days, golf with your friends, Turbo Golf Racing, Naruto to Boruto, Shinobi Striker, and For the King. So those games you could be playing this weekend. Now, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It is the end of the show. Finally, we got here. So trials and tribulations of wavy waters. What we got here?
Yep.
Wavy, not even wavy, like just cascading tidal waves. No, that's just too gentle. It's like, swoosh. It's like the water in Redfall. For some reason, it looks like Noah parted the sea in this Vermont town.
I like the fact that Tiff called it hair gel, and I'm like, yep.
It did not look like great water. It really did not. Also, what is up with the fingernails? Look, I know I can't talk. I have some long fingernails right now. I need to clip them, but still, like, what's up? Like 3 of the fingers were just like so long, and like the thumb and the pinky were like not even, like they just there.
Wait, who are we? What are we talking about?
The vampires in Redfall.
Oh.
And also Merge left a comment on the YouTube video. Like, we're tailoring clothes for them now. Who's the tailor? Who's making these clothes for these vampires? But you know what? Now that I've gotten further in, I think it's the cultists. Yes, my liege. Here is your extra long leather coat. It gets cold out there. But yeah, so that's it. Kev, Sid, what y'all got going on this weekend? This coming up week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll let Kevin go first.
Not much for the weekend. Probably figure out when I'm gonna get my mower back. Mower's been in the shop since Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. And probably that, more Pacha. Final Fantasy 7 remake on the low. Finally, actually, might be attempting to play Honkai Star Rail, but But I would have played it today, but I really truly did not feel it, so I ended up playing like 2 Point Campus instead. Had a good time with that. And continuing our fight with City Hall on the fact that City Hall decides, for whatever reason, like picking up tree debris, if you cut a tree down, they won't pick it up because reason, but they will for some, but won't for others without charging you. That's a weird thing though. But so yeah, we still got a little bit, got another meeting with the city manager tomorrow about that. And not too much. Today's May the 4th, so I did, at least since I wasn't too busy today, I managed to watch the Genny Tartakovsky animated Clone Wars shorts, so that was good. I probably might do a little bit more tomorrow for Return of the Fifth. So yeah, I might actually watch a movie. Who knows?
It's Revenge of the Fifth.
Revenge of the Fifth, yeah. Yeah, Revenge of the Fifth. So I might do something on the 5th, and also Cinco de Mayo, so I probably won't be drinking. So
yes, my
other than that, not
me
much.
of the days.
Yep. So yeah.
Before we continue, I want to stop here because I'm catching up on Discord now that I'm not showing my screen anymore. Ruin, what is this GIF, man? This dude looks weird as shit. I don't like it. It's for some reason, this man's face bothers me.
Would you like to explain to me why you decided it was a good idea to look at the server when you know that Ruben is the kind of person who posts cursed content in your server? Why would you do that?
I don't know.
What was the reason?
I don't know. This looks so bad. I don't know what this GIF is. But it's like I was tagged in something and I was checking the tag. I was like, and then I saw this face and I'm like, you know what? There we go. I got Kev's face up now. I feel better. He was here. Ruin was here.
Ruin at this point is, as far as I am concerned, is a figment of our collective imagination.
So this is what I'm seeing now, and I feel better now. I feel at ease. Sid, what do you got going on this week?
So I'm going to be involved with a project for the next 5 weeks, and day one is tomorrow, where I am on a show for a tabletop game, but I am going to be behind the camera, making sure that all the audio and video stuff is working the way that it's supposed to. So I get to have a lot of fun playing with Video Ninja. And then other than that, I'm going to be hanging out with Momziak, who is still here this week.
Hey.
And, going going to go and grab a bit of food, maybe see some friends this weekend, and read these books, which the library has taken the time to very kindly inform me, although they do not have late fees, they are overdue and I should return them.
Hey, bring those books back.
I will bring them back when I finish reading them. But the thing is, it's not, the books are really good to read. It is also, it was end of month last week. And so y'all know that means all the crunching and people being like, what numbers did we do for the last month of the quarter and all of that, or the first month of Q2 and all of this. So after I get through with all of that, I plan on otherwise having a very relaxing weekend and probably having the first stream that I have had in about 3 weeks, because I went on vacation and have not streamed since I went on vacation. So at some point I have to come back, and that's going to be next Tuesday.
Dope. Let's see, for me, what I got going on? Nothing well, I do have a birthday party I'm going to this weekend. Was supposed to be going to a Minecraft convention, but apparently they got a little bit too big for their britches. And Mojang said, no, you will not be doing that. You have to cease and desist immediately. So the whole convention got canceled. I'm glad my son really doesn't look forward to things like that. Like, he gets excited when you mention it, but it's not like, he'll remember, oh, we're going to Minecraft. I'm so excited about going to Minecraft. So this coming up weekend will just be a weekend. Merge, I have no clue. I can see if I can find the post they share and put it in the Discord.
How do you cancel a fan event?
Like, Mojang just stepped in and told them to stop it. So the event went away.
Wait, what went away? What happened?
The event, the Minecraft community convention that was supposed to be happening in Raleigh this weekend. Like, apparently it got too big and Mojang was like, yeah, no. Like, you can't use our stuff and make a profit off of it. They've been operating, I think, for about, I think somebody said like they've been operating for maybe like 9 years. And this is the first time it happened. So, I mean, I don't know. We didn't buy tickets yet. We were like, the day I found out was the day I found out I was supposed to be going to a party. So I was like, we should look into buying tickets. And then like an hour later, it was like, yep, we canceled it. Oh, that is unfortunate. So cool. I got my weekend.
Good thing I didn't buy those.
I mean, they were refunding tickets. But yeah, I was like, I'm glad we didn't really commit to anything and didn't really get my son super hyped about it. So yeah, now I've got a weekend to do what I need to do. Just show up places. Just get in the car. Don't say anything. Just go on somewhere. Shut up. Just get in the car. Just get in the car.
We're just like, hey, we're going on an adventure.
Nah, don't even say that. Don't even say that. Just get in the car. Get it. Worry about that when we get there. Just get in the car. Yeah, so outside of that birthday and the canceled convention, yeah, really nothing going on this weekend. Apparently my wife has been expecting me to stream during the day because I said I would think about it. So I don't know. I might take her up on that offer then. It's like, you know what? If that's what you think I'm doing during the day, maybe I should. And one day I drove past, or one day I was taking my son to school and drove past people mowing a giant lawn. And it made me want to play Lawnmower Simulator. And then it reminded me, oh yeah, I did want to have a series of streams where I was doing jobs. You know, back when I was employed and just thought it would be fun to do it for funsies. But now I'm like, I have no job. Maybe I should look like I am working. So let me do all these job simulator games. So yeah, I think I might during the day just act like I have a 9 to 5 and just like today I'm going to be a lawnmower guy and tomorrow I'll be a power wash guy.
So here's my question.
Yes.
Does that mean you're going to be playing the retro game the excellent retro game known as Paperboy? Where you're just
is that on Nintendo Switch Online? Because maybe I would.
Because it might be if it is. I expect you to be delivering newspapers.
That is going to be fucking hard shit to do. Or play the actual job simulator VR game. I do have that on the Quest, but I have no way of capturing it right now. I lost my Chromecast. I have no idea where the fuck my Chromecast went because that's how I was capturing footage of the Oculus. Yeah, it has to be in this house somewhere, but I don't know where it went. So yeah. But yeah, like not job simulator, but like, yeah, lawnmower simulator, power wash simulator, American truck simulator. What else I got? Car mechanic simulator.
Have you looked up SnowRunner yet?
I was gonna ask you, am I missing any other simulators? I've seen SnowRunners. I've not played it. I don't own it. Actually, I might. Isn't that on Game Pass?
Yeah, Mudrunner. Yeah, not Mudrunner.
SnowRunner is on Game Pass. Yeah,
Game Pass. I picked up Mudrunner on Epic, free on Epic, so I have both, and I've been like, I should try one because I definitely did. I definitely did want to do the whole like jobs, streams.
Like it's one thing when you have a job and it's all fun and games, but then it's like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do this because man. Employment, but I guess like I don't know, I literally just drove past some dudes mowing a giant lawn. I was like, you have not played Lawnmower Simulator in God knows how long. I should just do that. So during the afternoon, I just been yesterday after. As a matter of fact, it was yesterday. It was literally yesterday. I sat down and played Lawnmower Simulator for a bit, and then today I played Power Wash Simulator. And it started car mechanic simulator. But then my wife came home with McDonald's and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna eat this Big Mac though.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. It's not how you spell Xbox. So yeah, that's what I got going on. Of course, in the evenings though, probably return to more of the Jedi Survivor. Maybe put some more YouTube content out there at one point. I don't know. Again, I'm surprised for 3 days straight. I have put all fucking week. I have put out content, whether it was Jedi Survivor gameplay, Redfall. Oh yeah, last week was the Street Fighter 6 stuff. Also, what did we do last week? What did we play last week? Unrailed. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Unrailed, yeah.
But again, check that out. That was definitely fun as shit.
Yeah, it was definitely fun.
That was fun as shit.
Yeah.
Every so often I load up that damn Unrailed clip and it's like just questions. So many questions.
Yeah, like, oh, that was kind of cool. Oh crap, everything's breaking.
YouTube shorts are a dopamine hit. They kind of are. So of the 2 clips that I have posted, I only have the Jedi Fallen Order clip on YouTube because it's because YouTube still limits you to 60 seconds. And yes. Jedi Survivor was 57 after I edited it. So that one's been really nice to see. And it was, again, thank you, Kev, again, for one, showing me the clip from a preview video. And it just felt so good to be right there again, just to see it happen again. And I was in control.
It was so cool seeing your face like, oh crap, it's happening.
It's happening.
Because there's a lot of times I'll see something happen in the game, and then I'll be like, oh crap, it's happening to me. And so now I'm like, I enjoy it even more. because it's like, oh crap, it's the line. It's the line. He's saying the line.
He said the thing.
He said the thing. Crap. What was it when I was playing like Final Fantasy VII, and it's that moment when Cloud jumps on the train, and they're like the soldiers are shooting at him, and he jumps on the train. Like I remember that moment, but everybody was blobs, and that was like CG. That was like cinematics. But seeing that in game, that really sold me, because it was like, and then I just says, haha, he's got a train to catch, and he's out, and I'm like, loved it.
So I did the thing.
Did the thing, yeah. So,
oh man, that game
I
is great.
I totes get it.
That game is great.
Mm.
But yeah, that's all I got. Yeah, so just job simulating, not job simulator, but job simulating. Probably during the mornings if I don't have anything else going on. Or during the day when the sun is out. Because it may not be during the mornings, but at least while the sun is out, and then at night, Jedi Survivor.
House Flipper. That's on Game Pass.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already got it open. Yes, don't mind me. I'm typing these into the Xbox store right now. Ooh, install now for SnowRunners.
Yeah.
Actually, no, let me wait, because I am actively writing to the C drive, and boy, I do not want to say that. Oh no, for the last few seconds of your stream, you ran out of storage.
Yep, womp womp.
Because yeah, that's a thing that will happen to me. On that note though, so I can go ahead and download these games, it has been another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for May 4th, 2023. Oh, one last thing. I'm making an announcement now. We had talked in private about it a little bit beforehand, but I guess I am making it official. We're going on summer break.
Mm-hmm.
So for the month of June,
yes,
we're shutting down Tech Talk Thursdays. It does not mean I'm going anywhere. I'll still be around.
Right.
But show is going on a little bit of hiatus because coincidentally, I started listening to podcasts again yesterday, and 2 shows today back to back. We're talking about taking breaks, being healthy when creating content, taking breaks. I've taken breaks from the Major Linux show. Like again, I was coming off of 2 weeks this week of not doing any shows personally. But I said, when was the last time we haven't done a show for Tech Talk Thursdays? It's been a minute. We should take a break. It's fine. We'll be back. So yeah, we're going to finish out May strong. We're going to take a break for June, and we will be back in July. Maybe. Depends on when the 4th is. When is the 4th? Well, it wouldn't be on a Thursday because today's May 4th.
Mm-hmm.
No, we are definitely coming back on July 13th.
Okay.
We are coming back on July 13th. Because I may not be in town on the 6th.
Right.
Because that's my anniversary.
Oh!
Anniversary.
Mm-hmm. Your ass better not be going there.
So yeah, well, actually, even just as tentatively the 13th. Because I don't know when my wife is planning on taking off for our anniversary, whether it's going to be that first week that includes the 6th or starting the 6th and going into the next week. So I will let you all know. I will talk to my wife about that. Get back to you. But just know that for June, we will not be here. Yeah. Maybe there will be Major Linux streams, more of them. I don't know. That's the thing.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I will just take Thursdays off. Maybe that's what I'll just do too.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Imagine a component of rest being I do not have to take the time that I'm having off to do other things. I can just choose to also do nothing that time.
See, this is what Sin's here. He cares. We all care about about each other's health and well-being.
We sure.
So when I heard it, I thought I said, damn, none of us have really had like a break. from this. Let's take that.
Yeah, we can take a bit of a sabbatical. It's all good.
Yeah. Maybe I should start using the seasons thing in Anchor. But nah, it's too late. It's too late. We've gone so far. It's just season 1, episode number this. Also, we are close to episode number 100. We should do something about that.
Yeah, we should.
We should really do something about episode 100. Maybe that's something we can talk about during our hiatus. Like, sure, we're not streaming, but we're figuring out what we're going to do for our 100th episode.
Yeah, we'll do that.
As soon as I can figure out when that happens. This is me counting, just on the calendar counting. But anywho, that's conversation we could be having off of a stream instead of just holding everybody hostage, right? Yes. Yeah. So yes, let's get out of here. Thank y'all so much for tuning into another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays. Of course, you all could have, on behalf of Kev, on behalf of Sin, y'all could have been anywhere in the world watching any stream in the world. You could have been reading the tech, gaming, streaming nugs yourself, but you said no. We will not read that news. We will only listen to Kev. We will only listen to Sin. We will only listen to Major. And we will enjoy the rest of our time here on Tech Talk Thursdays. Now say thank you. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Really do appreciate it. And all I've got left to say to you wonderful people is I love you. Peace.
Wakanda forever.
Star Wars transition wipe. I should really get that.